Joy Bosch on the opposite side of the table.
Let's go, boys.
But speaking about being about things, we have a giveaway.
Let's go.
Pop up on screen for you guys. Definitely.
We ain't wasting no time. I'm a little late, but whatevs. Let's go.
In a long time. Hey, knock on.
Let's go, Baji boy.
Today, I'm sure Zeke would love that.
We're not messing around.
I would absolutely love that.
Hold on a second.
It doesn't say it here, but please keep in mind
this background music. We gotta figure something out about this background music, bro.
You have to scan the code if you want to get there. If you're waiting,
questionable.
To type in that code, you might get lucky.
It is questionable.
It's going to be the people who are scanning the QR
be real
code
here.
that are really going to be getting to it the fastest.
Hold on
so
1
if
second.
your phones aren't ready for these giveaways, you have to be there because this is where you guys come. I know that you get excited. I get excited. Free stuff is free, and I need it.
Yeah, it's always the best price to pay for skins. A lot of new skins coming out there,
There we go.
as well for Mobile Legends. So
Cam, let's make the cam a little smaller.
Is always nice.
Hey, you know what? They need to
always
come out
nice.
with Blue Spectre, Layla skin that
We got to do something about this slow jazz music, man.
The caster might take a code or two away. So I'm looking forward to it. Claim the skins while they're available.
Not me. I'm just waiting for the Zeke Fredrin skin. But jokes aside, let's take a look at these lineups. Private?
This is going to be Godspeed's lineup. In the XP lane is going to be Divine. Shiro going to be bringing up the jungle. Restart at the mid lane. And from BTK fame, it's going to be Joy Bosch bringing up the roam position. In the
hold on.
Be Syri.
Yeah, but we got to ask who's at the other side of the table. Who will they be competing against? No other than Moonlight.
Anyone just coming in? What's up? Alan Pina, Santos, how's it going?
Favorite. We know he has the international experience. We know he's ready to step back into North America.
Oh, this music.
Inside of the jungle, J Law.
I gotta turn them down. I gotta turn it off for just a second because that is not it. I'm sending a message right now. Okay.
The really interesting thing about this team is where they both
This is a little
excel.
better.
You brought it up. Joy Bosch.
This is like a little better.
Player on the side of Godspeed there is going to be bringing up the roam position. So to pair that with the mage, you're going to be looking at some great rotations coming to those side lanes. But then you also have to talk about Yureshi. If Steph Weezy brought it up, he's
all right. It's Baji time.
Experience. He's been on a lot
time
of
for
the
some
grand
Baji time
teams as well. You're going to be talking about him bringing it into a lot of these objective fights, looking to get some of those sets to set up his team for some successful defenses at the Turtles and the Lords.
Let's share the stream real quick.
Definitely be one for the books. And honestly, if you thought the last series was surprising, this one has a lot more in store for us. And I can't wait to see it. And speaking of seeing things, we got to take a look at what casters are predicting who will win.
Woo! You already know your boy Zeke is voting for Godspeed. If you couldn't guess it, you can now. I'm in deep.
I'm in deep.
Well, for myself, like I said, I have Maple Leafs. I've been a fan of them since I seen what they could do during some of the qualifier matches, and then they were able to kind of secure themselves a little bit of sponsorship. It's hard to kind of vote against a lot of the members from Area 77 plus Yureshi, because as we know, Area 77 was really kind of next in line to kind of be climbing the ranks in North America. I want to say sitting at about third or fourth place. So I'm really excited to see what they can show us here tonight.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep a close look on it. This one was actually really hard for me to predict because I have a lot of friends on multiple teams, and I'm a fan of everybody that we've seen compete in previous NACTs. It's going to be hard, right? I mean, Joy Bosch, he mentioned even in an interview with Liz that he saw himself as the #3 roamer for North America. He was a little humble about it. He put Cold World and Shark above him. So, I mean, potentially they may have the stronger roamer on their side. But again, when it comes to the XP lane, when it comes to Yureshi, that is where.
Why aren't I casting? I casted yesterday.
A player like Nats on Cloud9 have such an impact from that lane.
Next week I cast 2 days.
I know we got some fun facts waiting for us, though. Let's see what we got. Private?
Right here, we're going to see Godspeed, Divine, his role, XP, favorite hero, Cho, favorite player, Drin, Sanity, Aki, hobby, eat, sleep,
next
work,
week I have
and
a double
play.
day.
Sounds like a good balance there. Hometown, air wrong?
It's like first week was Private's double week. This week is Wheezy's double week. Next week will be my double week.
iPhone 15 Pro Max.
That's a lot of hobbies over there, man. I think he's broken the record for NACT as a collective. I don't think we've had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 hobbies in one, but I'm all about it. But I'm sure there's some other facts that we can kind of take a look into from the opposing side. Yureshi, the International NPL Experience. Favorite player, Chinatsu, basketball and sleeping. So he threw 2 in there. I wonder which one he likes more. I know for me, it would definitely be basketball. Actually, you know what? Maybe sleeping, because I do enjoy my rest as well. But his favorite hero is Benedetta. Definitely a fan of the split push and the assassins.
I wonder if we're going to see that Benedetta. We've seen it in the past. Absolutely explosive. I know. He moves so fast on it, but I wonder if that's something that Godspeed is already going to be taking into account to prepare for, or if they're going to get
the Banditros.
Like so
Can we talk about Zeke's handle? The Banditros.
That you have to worry about. Arlott has been at the tops. Despite what you saw from the last series, maybe they just don't have an Arlott user for both of those teams, but he has been a hotly contested hero when it comes to that XP lane, because he provides so much for the team, so much regeneration for himself, his setting potential with that final slash as well. And you know Yureshi is going to be great with him. So that might be something that the opposite team, that Godspeed's going to be looking to ban.
Yeah, but they do have some new faces on both sides of the table as well, so I'm going to be keeping a close eye on to see how they perform. Can they match the tempo, having that little bit of boost of momentum from previous top 8 players of North America? We see how impactful that can be, and I'm hoping to see that again today. You mentioned the Benedetta. We've yet to see a Benedetta. I'm all about seeing heroes debut.
This music, this background music is rough.
Matter of fact, so maybe we can get that going again for our second series of the day. But between these two teams, I think this is going to be a little bit more even in caliber of a matchup compared to Series 1, where we got to see last-minute scale through the games. Even though they didn't find the victories, they started finding the right answers. And soon they'll have a whole book, and they'll be able to sign it and ship it out in North America, and maybe a top 8 or top 2 contender, top 1 contender. But for these two teams, I feel like they're a little bit more even on the totem pole in terms of power scale. So we're going to expect a lot of micro and a lot of macro from both sides.
Let's go, Baji boy.
We've got the whole breakdown of the standings in front of us. We still see Cloud9 leading. We still see BTK in second, Godspeed in third, with Maple Leaf all the way down in, is that 6th place? Huge difference in teams that are so even in caliber. And again, that's what we were saying, you know, this matchup is so important because this really does dictate the future of where some of these teams are going to end up and start setting that stage for who is going to get into the playoffs. This is where we're going to see the tide start turning.
Yeah, unfortunate for Moonlight Club Maple Leafs in their last series. I want to say their final one. I can't tell if it was maybe possibly overconfidence or maybe trying to go a little too far outside of the box with a Sun pickup during that match, which ultimately cost them a 4-0 sweep. So even if they do get 4 wins here tonight,
so like who
the best they can hope for is to be tied
faces who
with
next week?
Cloud9, and potentially I believe it will put them in line to face Cloud9 next week as well. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how this match goes, because it, like Weezy said, it could go either way, and there's differing strengths to these teams, and that ultimately lead to some very successful teams.
Yeah, as we are looking at the Swiss round, this is a new format introduced. This NACT, or these teams, if you win, you go against the winner. If you lose, you go against the loser.
Swiss makes
for the next
0
round.
sense.
Even on top of that, it's a battle to earn points. The top 4 teams with the highest points at the end of round 3 move on to the playoffs. The bread and butter to be able to get a chance not only to be the champion in North America, but to also get a ticket to Malaysia for a chance to be the best in the world at M6.
So it's not often that I get a chance to put you guys in the
When is
hot
this game
seat
supposed to start?
and we might be jumping the gun
o'clock?
a little bit on this, but I want to know, based off of what we know about both of these two teams, what do you think they are going to have to focus on each individually if they want to be able to see success, especially early on?
How did the last series end? 3-1?
I think we've touched on it a little bit for the Guardian. He's not going to be able to find it.
It ended 3-1.
Easily gets himself another Lord.
Yeah, and I don't really agree with that, right? I mean, 2 members on the top side. Was it really necessary? You saw all 5 members of Overskilled pushing for that objective. You could have just let Mahiro sit
they went the
down
long
there,
haul.
right? You could have.
On game 4, huh?
Super Death Lord coming through. Down to about 50%. Zaman Force is out. And you can see the taunt coming out there. Oh, big push up. Kyle Patootie finds a kill onto Blade. Another immortality has been procced. Down goes Mahiro and KK Sky. 4 down. This is going to be the 3rd victory for Overskilled.
Overskilled gets the dub.
Them to
Their game away. Clear out. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know where they wanted to be. You called it out there up at the top lane. You sent 2 members to clear out a lane. So that pretty much told last minute in the Beatrix pickups here in NA.
Yeah, it was forced out by Basic to be able to use that in yesterday's matches, and it was a he went in fusion against Overskill.
Yeah, here comes the Lord and minions starting to crash in from all waves. Oh, big penalty zone does land onto them as well. Blood Ode into the back lane. JD finds a kill. Core down to 10%. Get some auto attacks and last minute find their first victory of this.
For the relief, it's their last minute Asian, but
yeah, aimed a little too often into that Jawhead well. Those unstoppable forces from Jawhead actually put him
What's
into
up,
harm's
Metrix?
way.
Metrix?
And the rest of last minute was able to capitalize on that, jump on him. But the story of this match is Mahiro in the gold lane. 13.
Maple Leaf, we got to see 2 Jawhead.
All right, we're starting.
We got to see a Tig, we got to see a Kaja.
Baji
saw
boy.
A lot more flexibility, a lot more of a deeper hero pool from Godspeed with Joybosh.
All right, Nolan Band on the blue side, Hilo Span on the blue side, Phovius Fanny on red side, MPL.
Tig, then the Cho, and then he finished it off with a Grok, and every single game he had a huge impact. And when we talked about the XP laner, right, we talked about Yoreshi and how he can definitely provide some insight to the team. It's going to be hard considering he's all the way in a lane by himself. He doesn't have as much vision or opportunity to rotate, such as Joybosh will. So I feel like Joybosh will have a little bit more of an upper edge when it comes to having an impact directly
So I've been
in the game.
Getting off stream and noticing I'll have these like black, leathery, plasticky things stuck on me, and I thought it was my chair because my chair is old as hell. But it's my headphones.
Anywhere you put him in this game, and his hero pool is infinite. So yeah, this is a game that I myself, alongside you, have been looking forward to see.
I need new cushion pads.
Things, the draft
new
is now on the way.
things.
We're seeing the Hylos and the Katat. The Katat's a little bit of a surprise to me being banned out this early.
What's up with the Gato,
yeah,
man?
That is interesting.
Guys,
maybe
what's going on with the Gato?
Something coming from the side of Maple Leafs. Maybe we're trying to take some picks away from Yoreshi. And I do want to bring up too, when it comes to like, while the XP laner can
what's going on with the Gato
in that XP lane for a lot of these fights, when it comes, first of all, the first turtle is going to be in the XP lane, so that's going to be the big start for an XP laner. But when the Lord or the turtle is on the opposite side of the map, it's going to be really relying on how fast can Yoreshi clear out his lane. We saw this.
We've been seeing it get picked a bit
from the Night Horde, where the XP laner was.
All right, so it's actually been getting picked over in PH a bit, huh?
On the opposite side of the map, and actually surprised BTK. They got a kill on Dahoon and really set off a 5-0 lead against BTK. So I want to say while it can be kind of isolating for XP laners, those very magical XP laners
started
make a lot of work out of it.
Like last week.
Yeah, they definitely can. I'm an XP lane myself, main, and I definitely agree with that. It's just unfortunate that they're going to be able to rotate a lot more in these engagements. They are going to see the Ling pulled out. Shiro, speaking of Shiro, I got to catch his games. I'm a fan of him, man. I think he's been great on his heroes. He's been performing really well. We got to see him on so many different junglers. Actually, he's played a different jungler every single match. We've seen the Bane, the Hayabusa, the Fanny, and the Julian. This is his debut on the Ling.
Yeah, a really interesting thing here is that they quickly pick up the Ling, and in answer, we saw this from the last game, from the last series as well. The answer to the Ling, obviously the Jawhead pick up too. You can use that unstoppable force. Doesn't matter if the Ling is able to climb up onto ledges and try to fly away. He's going to be getting caught with the unstoppable force, and then you mix that in with a Ruby. The amount of CC that they have is going to be able to kind of pull him off of a wall. But in answer to that, we have Vexana and Terizla being picked up by the side of Godspeed.
Some decent crowd control too for the side of Godspeed to make up for it, but there's that Jawhead, and we saw how impactful Jawhead can be. It's starting to become meta in North America, man. I mean, the lethal ejectors being super early and aggressive is huge, and being able to isolate a single member from the opposing side of your choice is what makes up the difference. Speaking of isolation, speaking of CC, there goes the Aurora as well. To throw
TREX, do you think BTK will turn it around next game again, next time against C9? Who knows, bro?
Draft right now from the side of Maple Leaf. Every single hero has crowd control, but we got to look at more.
They got to work on that macro.
Start coming in at, right? Are we going to see maybe an assassin be slotted in here on the second half of the draft? I like what I'm seeing though. I'm a fan of the Ling. I mean, he's gonna have a lot of crowd control he has to watch out for though, so definitely gonna have to be a little bit more evasive and selective when engaging.
Well, right now we don't know where Ruby's going to go. That can be an XP lane, that could be a gold lane as well. So I'm not sure where the side of Godspeed is going to go with it. I assume the smart choice is to possibly try to ban out a lot of those junglers, since you don't know where Ruby's going to go. Try to iron down on Nasty Wayne and maybe some of his options that are on the field for them.
Bane's gone.
The only thing right now is that while Jawhead does have a good type of invade that he can do, we don't really have anything to cover him with that invade. Possibly Nolan can be put out there as well. If you have a Nolan, you're gonna have that early burst damage. That's gonna be a real problem for Shiro.
Last man's Grok Tig.
Allow that to happen, and maybe there's something that you might want to think
Nolan
about.
and Julian are both banned. Nolan's already banned.
Gonna have to be watching out for that. We're still yet to see a gold laner for the side of Godspeed. I mean, they could pull out the Claude. It's something that they seem to prioritize heavily, especially in week 1. 3 out of the 4 games they played was that Claude. I mean, he can escape, especially with a heavy dive composition.
Alpha ban? Alpha gets picked up here, maybe?
Right, and Claude is one of the best ones to be able to get that done. But I wonder if they're going to pull that out. I mean, you're still looking at the Harith being available for both sides as well. It's not too heavy magic-oriented like we've seen in the previous series.
Godspeed's got a decent draft here.
Between physical and magic so far, so I feel like either side can pull out
Roger pick up
a decent selection for marksmans. You're going to see Roger though. Ooh. This is going to be a Roger in the jungle.
Okay, so Godspeed's got a nice draft
in the XP lane. Still can, yeah, it'll be XP lane. Oh no, gold lane, Ruby, Roger jungle.
Maybe
it's a good draft.
Who knows?
Indeed it is. We're still waiting on that XP laner to see where you can go. Still have our lot out on the table. I feel like they've kind of intentionally left some.
Most likely it is.
As well.
I think we got a big chance of jungle Roger here, but again, they could swap at the very end. Could pick up Alpha still here, something like that.
Into possibly getting a Nolan, or actually no, Nolan has already been banned. He was the first. He was the first ban.
TREX, tell Weezy to stop riding NACT.
Roger being the optimal choice.
It's honestly annoying as F.
Bro, when is he riding NACT? Literally after cast, all of us felt like NACT didn't even play that big of a role.
Oh, they're gonna go with a Yuzong. So both,
like, we felt like Cole World was MVP. We felt like Mark Chudy played great. Like Nats did good, but he wasn't like a game changer.
To the mid and late game, really
best player played really good in the last game.
Use of him in the early game.
I mean, and you got to look at who's Yuzong going to go try and hunt down. Usually you can try and get down to the backline ADC, but you're going to be chasing an Alice, right? And Alice is very mobile, so
I don't think you listen to the cast, bro.
Dragon and try and hit that Petrify, and that Blood Ode comes in, and Cyree is able to get away.
I think you're just a little based right now, bro.
But,
a little biased right now, bro.
He's one of those heroes that can get the job done. He has sustainability, he has mobility. He's also can deal out a decent amount of damage, but it's up to him to kind of paint that story for us as we jump into game number 1.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, man, I voted for BTK,
and Moonlight Club,
but they got whooped, bro.
Both of these teams looking to continue their series winning ways. Can they?
We're not talking about grand finals, bro. We're talking about last night, bro.
Oh,
they got beat last night.
Hey,
plain and simple, bro.
Said this series could be full of surprises.
Why are you hating so much, bro?
It's
okay if they lost, man.
The fastest pause previous seen in NACT history. But this gives us some time to kind of talk about.
No one's even smack talking right now, bro.
I think it works really well. I love when
no one's even smack talking right now. And you got 10 lines in the chat.
Marksman, even though it's put in the jungle position, Roger, who can rush in with the like and pounce and get some early kills, especially for these neutral objectives. So he's possibly going to be the one trying to pave the way for the early game to create.
You don't got to defend yourself, bro.
Out for Joybaj and the team, right? Joybaj, he's running more of a passive, I would say, roamer. I mean, it's Mathilda, right? So it's not like you have some crazy sets, but it's the mobility you provide to the team, and you're able to keep them alive with sustainability that could be a dire problem if not checked early in the game by Maple Leaf.
Yeah, and the one thing here that I'm kind of curious about is having that guiding.
Yeah, bro, they got to work on their macro.
Guiding ability on the side of Godspeed could really throw a wrench into the side of Maple Leafs. Whether
they might win grand finals.
Force, whether you try to use the like and pounce.
They might not win grand finals.
Both of these abilities are going to try to lock onto a hero. If you get guiding wins at the perfect time,
I will say that when it comes to, if we're going to talk about chicken and Nats, I think it's all about who gets the better hero. Who gets the counterplay.
So
whoever had the Arlot played better in the early game. I think Arlot, big chance Arlot will be the big trading piece for them. I think against Nats, Chicken needs to stop favoring the Edith so much.
Mobile team even more so.
Yeah, and
I think against Nats they need to stop favoring that Edith so much.
Turtle, right?
But yeah, I think Chicken and Nats had a decent matchup. It was fun to watch. Nats was definitely ahead first game. I think second game? Was it second or third game? Chicken was pushing him back a little bit when Chicken got the Arlot. But it's not all going to be about EXP laners, man. Cloud9 beat him fair and square with macro, man. In the end, they got out macroed. Sir Rose, what's up, man? Is this real Sir Rose? Is this
like with the Roger,
Coach Sir Rose here?
Aggressive than a Link can be in the early phase for a team fight.
Yeah, the only thing right now, you brought up a good point. When it comes to these first objectives, who is holding this turtle for the side of Maple Leafs? Because Pavel on the Jawhead isn't going to be tanky enough just yet.
Twindy.
To really be tanking the
Relax,
damage,
bro.
Watching out for enemy heroes.
Ken's not even a Panoy.
Time to be able to come in, get the retribution, and then get out. So it's going to have to be a team effort, and it's really going to come down to some of these rotations.
Honestly, yeah, that's the only thing I'm confused by. I don't think we were glazing Nats at all during chat, bro. I think you were in a place where maybe you were, and maybe not the greatest place, because I think well played. I think me and Weezy did a real I think me and Weezy did a really good job at
gets himself
balancing
for the side of Maple Leafs, adding it to a 2-1 lead.
Hey, I mean, Maple
if anything, I was glazing Cold World.
I mean, he was able to get a kill, 2 kills for the entire team, and that's very
exactly. If anything, we were glazing Cold World and Mark Cutie.
The Shaw Essence and Residue to be able to keep yourself alive, especially
which is well deserved, man.
In your favor, and he executed that.
Mark Cutie and Cold World deserve some glazing, bro. They've been number 2, number 3, number 4 teams for a long enough time. They deserve some respect on their names, bro.
Fight, waiting for Pavel to come in there, and just like that, we're seeing this first objective going. Oh, might be going over to Nasty.
Hyping them boys up.
Big ejector lands onto Divine. Black Dragon is out, swimming through the air, looking for the hit onto Restart. Petrify is out. Restart has to use that flicker to get out of harm's way.
Yeah, not able to get that turtle and not able to get a kill, which is going to put Maple Leaf ahead of Godspeed, at least for the early phase. Not too far out of the ballpark just yet, but definitely something that Maple Leaf can kind of lean on if they can continue this momentum. Pavel having a great job on this Jawhead, initiating, getting these lethal ejectors. He's already got 2 kills on the board, the highest kills in the game so far.
Yeah,
that's just average.
Great job for them, and I kind of wonder what happened with Godspeed for that first objective. I mean, on paper,
is this real Sir Rose? Let's see.
The tankiness, you've got
this is real Sir Rose, huh? Way to pull you up real quick, bro. Way to investigate.
Find that ejector just was a little late on.
Looks kind of like real Sir Rose.
Shiro goes ahead, picks up the Lethal Wanderer.
Yeah, able to get that Lethal Wanderer, but Shiro yet to find a kill so far.
Congrats on the dub, bro.
Lost that turtle as well, but at least he has
Congrats on the dub.
Buff, so he can definitely still engage. But on the bot side, Syrie
Yeah, we're going to see that ejector is going to go ahead and throw Syrie to the wolves.
Godspeed. You guys got to get it together.
Leaves are going to go ahead and clean it up, trying to get
Baji
some
boy.
gold for their efforts here. Still
Baji boy.
42 seconds
Figure it
left
out
for this next turtle.
And they're going to proxy that lane on the bot side, right? They're going to go ahead and hold it, not allow Syrie to get in there, maybe able to use the Blood Hold if he's lucky, but it's going to be a risky gamble. Look at Joybuzz and Restart trying to delay the push.
They don't know Pavel's in the bush. He comes out there trying to put the damage on. Ejector is out, takes down Restart. Joybuzz in trouble there. Do they decide to keep on going? Toru actually takes a heap of damage coming out from Syrie. Nasty Wayne finds the kill onto Joybuzz. And man, this might be a very early tower for the side of Moonlight Club Maple Leafs. 9 seconds left on the turtle.
A great game for Maple Leaf within the past 4 minutes, getting everything they've came for so far. Godspeed, not the same story. Turtle has spawned in. You're looking at Maple Leaf already looking to take this objective.
Ooh. Yes, interesting thing there is that the lead. Oh, we do have Joybuzz in trouble there. Gets taken down by Nasty Wayne. Black Dragon swing to the backside.
Baji boy's not playing too hot, bro. Godspeed not doing too hot, bro.
Taps the blades, is out, and Nasty Wayne in trouble. Gets taken out as well by the revenge strike. Toru finds a kill onto Divine. That is 3 down for Godspeed, and the junglers down for both teams.
Yeah, 3-for-1 trade. I'd take that any day if I was Maple Leaf. Even with Nasty Wayne falling, they're gonna get more.
Yeah, Syrie goes down. I have to question, though, why not just go for the turtle? Because Shiro used his retribution to kind of steal a minion away from Maple Leafs who were invading. You could have gotten yourself a free turtle. Then
nobody's that worked up about it, bro. You are arguing with like nobody right now, bro.
Right, you're at 2-11 right now.
You're arguing with nobody.
So just continue on the pressure and keep this.
Nobody's even like.
Yeah, the snowball is definitely starting to roll, and they need to find a way to pump the brakes fast. Nasty Wayne will take the turtle. The I'm offended.
Yeah, Joybot's going to go ahead and use that guiding wind to get out of the way, and now the invade has started. Nasty Wayne going to go ahead and try to push this lane before going for the purple buff. Lane without a purple is going to have troubles for the rest of the map, and now look at the focus.
Joy in ACT, bro. Enjoy the tournament.
But it's not going to be able to save that mid tower.
Ling without
you seem worked up, bro.
Trying to drive a car with no gas. It just does not work, and Shiro needs to find the next pit stop. You're looking at Maple Leaf 11-2 in climbing as they work.
Can we talk about how bad Godspeed's doing right now? What's going on?
Yeah, and this is kind of what I was.
That's what I want to talk about.
Maple Leafs, when you got the former Area 77 members and the experience coming from Yureshi. Speaking of which, Restart in trouble, gets a whole lot.
Ritz, why'd you smoke him, bro?
On the side lane, still trying to put the pressure on there and doing a good job of making sure to kind of cover the flank from J-Law.
Yeah, right now, this is just a total domination, and it's going to be hard to kind of come back.
Wow, Tempest the Blade has to become out, being used defensively. Shiro able to get his orange buff, luckily through all of that chaos, but still looking at
what's up?
7K gold deficit.
That is massive to only be 6 minutes.
We know you like spamming, bro.
Maple Leaf, they're not playing around. They're letting the world know, hey, we're not on the same level as Godspeed.
Ken's the type of texter who texts you like, instead of sending like
on the top
one
side
text
on 1v3,
with 3 or 4 sentences, he sends 10 texts with one phrase apiece.
I don't think he's going to be able to protect this tower.
Hey, enter. What's going on? Enter. So I was thinking about enter, maybe going out to this and doing this. Enter. Where do you think you want to eat? Enter.
They know that they have the early advantage. They're going to keep trying to push this. And now starting to focus a little bit onto the turtles, doing such a great job. And Yureshi is finding these great angles during some of the team fights.
I do that too sometimes, I'm not going to lie.
Those back lines of Godspeed.
Yeah, and able to take yet another turtle on their side.
Watch.
Increase the sleep even more.
Yeah, J-Law gets cornered by all of them. He's going to proc his passive. Tempest the Blade is out. Just trying to chase down J-Law. Syrie finally able to find the kill there. Nasty Wayne is able to cover the end, takes down Restart, and now you can see the damage.
Come on, Godspeed.
Through from Syrie on that Alice. Actually,
come on. There you go. Get that fucking kill, bro. Get the fucking kill, bro. There you go, for the love of God. Kill Toru. Kill Toru. Toru, Tada, Tada, Tada. Tada, Tada. Go, 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 go. Back, 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 back.
Down by 3 members of Godspeed as well.
Now, that was just plain greedy from Maple Leaf. Definitely not worth it at all. And this is what I kind of talk about when teams they get a little arrogant, right? They get a little overconfident. And just as easily as you gain that lead, you can
Bro, Weezy called Maple Leaf arrogant. How dare he? Why is he glazing Godspeed? Why he glazing Godspeed like that? Why he glazing Baj so hard? TREX, why you wearing Baj jersey right now? Why you glazing Baji so hard?
Use that Finch pose to get around the map as quickly as he can to find some of these towers on
Typical
the
NACT viewer.
of the map.
Yeah, Shiro, I said I was a fan of him, right? He definitely is objective focused. He's really great on these assassins as well. I mean, even though Godspeed is playing from behind right now, he's still off to a good start. 2-1-2 on this Ling. Joy Bosch, he's running on.
He said Joy Bosch's name again. Why he glazing Joy Bosch so hard?
We talked about Mathilda. If you don't have a great early start, it's going to take longer to be effective, especially running on that support role. But on the opposite side of the table, Nasty Wayne, man, on this Roger, he's able to find the like and pounce, but he's getting a little greedy. Speaking of Nasty Wayne.
Yeah, he is going to be able to use some of those transformations and now actually put Godspeed in a little bit of harm's way. They dug a little too deep into enemy territory. Not sure if Maple Leafs
back, 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 back. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, Nasty Wayne. He's getting nasty. He's nasty. Oh, no, no, no. Back, 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 back.
For the side of Godspeed, Maple Leafs looking to make their push in this top lane.
For the love of God.
Wayne, that was just nasty.
Mr. Wayne, that was just nasty.
The entire 4-man team from Godspeed minus Shiro, they chased
Nasty
him,
Wayne is such a great name.
Through, and MLC Maple Leaf
Such a great name.
Destroys on the counterplay, opening up the objective to take this Lord.
Is that a Lakers jersey on Nasty Wayne?
That Shiro immediately goes for the enemy's purple buff because he knows that they're going to go ahead and try to take his. He's able to get the purple buff, so he's going to still have that mana regen. He's still going to have that cooldown that you need on the Ling. But right now, sitting at 5-17 with a 7K gold lead firmly in Maple Leaf's pockets.
Yeah, just a really overall good game. I want to say it's not one-sided, but it is. I mean, Maple Leaf has been in total control. Godspeed, we can't count them out just yet, but it's going to be a lot harder to turn this game back around in their favor. And Maple Leaf understands that they're going to be aggressive. They're going to try and close this game early.
Yeah, the only thing right now is they did line up some of the lanes here right now. Big focus, a split push by the side of Godspeed as they have to split their attention between all of the lanes now. Top tower gets taken down. Only 2 high ground towers left for the side of Godspeed. Black Dragon is out, trying to clear the way from Godspeed away from this tower. Maple Leaf still looking to put on that damage. Oh, a big penalty zone lands onto 3 members.
Oh, penalty zone. Nasty Wayne down. Go, 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 go. Tada, 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 tada.
As well, trading 2 for 3 on the side of Maple Leafs.
Tada, tada, tada.
Hopefully have to disengage. Yureshi looking
tada, tada.
still put on the damage.
Oh my God, Yureshi's too good.
Finds himself a kill before going down.
Oh.
I mean, I was about to say that was a little greedy. But the fact that he was able to find that kill means they only lost 1 additional member. They took down 2 inhibitors in the process, and the mid inhibitor is barely standing below
bro.
50%
Ken's super bitter, bro.
HP. You're looking at some of the items on the board.
Ken's just a real American.
Down for not only the Roger Thunderbelt.
The reason why Ken doesn't
does
want,
have
or
a
there's
lot
2
to
reasons why
hit
Ken doesn't
both
want Nats to
sides.
leave. Because he knows I'm an RSG fan.
But overall, Maple Leaf, they're winning
Secondly,
across the board for the objectives. And that
he doesn't want.
At the end of the day,
he feels like. I'll tell you exactly why. Ken hasn't even told me this, but I know why. Because if Nats wins,
Godspeed invade with an ease of time, but
then Ken knows it's going to give all the PH fans a reason to say PH is so much better. You guys are only doing good because of PH. Ha ha ha. PH player comes to NA and completely stomps. And PH, that's what's going to happen. That's why Ken's so bitter. So, you know, it is what it is.
Shiro takes him underneath the tower. Nasty Wayne has joined the fight, looking to put the damage on to Syrie as Joybaz looking for an escape.
All right, 2 for 2.
What do you like to say? He's running for the hills. Joybaz, get out of there. Maple Leaf still in control, but a good engagement from Godspeed.
It makes lots of sense. You have this foreign player. You have the new. You have a new face that people do already know from another region. It makes perfect sense in terms of logistics and trying to pull in some viewers.
Like put the fear into Maple Leafs that they could go ahead, put on that circling eagle at any time.
Also, it fits with G. They have the new house. We want to get some info on that. It makes sense. And the players that have been here for years don't ever want to do stuff like that. So
another Lord go to Maple Leafs.
It was a good contest, though. They almost pulled that off. A basic attack could have been the difference to steal that Lord away from Maple Leaf. But with that
Bro, I
Lord
promise you,
in their
they
possession,
get invited.
marching on the top side, another tool in their kit to be able to take.
I don't think you know how standoffish a lot of the top players are. And how they don't want to do stuff like that.
Is out, down goes that final high ground tower. Syrie with the damage and that blood ode ticking away on 3 members.
Aye.
Do have the winter crown is out there. Gets frozen.
They got it. That's it. That's it.
Joybaz next on the list.
Oh,
Done gaming. Thank you. Off on docks.
Looking to hold on to their core. Black Dragon is out. It is just
GG's, Baj.
Oh!
I'm gonna burn this jersey. If Godspeed goes 4-0, I'm burning this jersey. I'm burning my Baj jersey, bro.
What a
I brought the Baj
domination
jersey for tonight. Hopefully you guys can see it.
In a fashion like
Let me make my camera a little bigger.
For game number 1.
I brought the Baj jersey.
Club Maple Leaf definitely not disappointing.
The original, the OG, the TFB Joy Baj jersey. I put it on tonight to show some love. I put it on tonight to show some freaking love, and if these boys go if Baji goes 4-0-4,
they succeeded. They got exactly what they wanted. They burst down your Reshi, but how?
I'm gonna send him an IG message. Should I send him an IG message right now? Say if you go 0-4, I'm burning your jersey on stream.
Eventually make Godspeed pay for that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was just plain brutal, right? They could have just took the base crystal. They wanted the full wipeout to open up this game, this series. Now, back to the drawing board, right? For the side of Godspeed, there were some things that went wrong, but I feel like there was a lot that went right with them as well. I just feel like the team fights just worked a little bit more in Maple Leaf's favor. But I will say, there was a lot of times where Maple Leaf overextended and was a lot more aggressive than I would have liked to see, and I feel like some teams can definitely punish on that. Maybe even Godspeed for game number 2. But this is going to be a huge victory for Maple Leaf, right? Everybody's been asking the question, which team is going to triumph over
Zane
the
on
other?
crack, what's up?
Having 1 point on the board, every point matters. This could be a difference in that number 4 position to make it to playoffs.
What's up, TREX? Even though I got gout and right arm hurt, can't upright. What? You got gout in your right arm, bro? I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, 11, all the objectives
Are you from PH? Why is everyone getting gout in PH? It's the food, guys. That's really what it is. It's from eating certain foods. You guys eat a lot of pork in PH, and that stuff causes gout.
Because I'm almost kind of at a crossroads here. It felt like they had a good composition. They had good ganks. They had a good idea for it. It's just that the side of Maple Leafs, they were a lot faster when it came to closing ranks around something. You could see here a lot of the black.
Hi, TREX Cash. Is the matches best of 5? What's up, bro? No, they are. It's a point system. They play 4 games no matter what.
Just plain nasty.
Whether you lose all 4, whether it goes 3-2, I mean 3-1, whatever, they play 4 games and score points off each match win.
To kind of follow through, and the whole team beside him to take down 4 members, which tremendously extended the gap they already had on the scoreboard. There goes the aggressive plays, though. This is where I said some teams may be able to punish, right? They get a little overconfident.
Bro, where's Baji Boy in my chat? I know I got him here.
You see right there, they thought they were going to be able to take that last inhibitor turret, and it was pretty much a team wipe in the mid lane. So something that Godspeed should lean in on for game number 2.
Yeah, it was just really interesting because I saw a lot of opportunities from the side of Godspeed. They found some great ganks, especially in the early game. It's just that they were basically what, 3-on-1 on Yoreshi, and Yoreshi was still healing through it, just waiting for Pavel to come up there. Like, that's just an insane amount of like understanding and a macro or micro coming from these players that even if you're outnumbered, even if you have the advantage.
Do I send this to Baji Boy?
We saw the side of Godspeed have the advantage, have a gank, and it got flipped on them because of how quickly Maple Leafs were able to respond to it.
Hold on.
And this is one of the things where Yuzong shines,
You can't really
right?
see it. There it is.
If
you go 4-0, if you go 0-4 and burning your jersey on live stream.
Multiple targets. That's more essence he can
Do I
get,
send that to him?
residue to be able to regen and sustain himself in those fights. So you can't just keep rushing in as a group. You gotta kind of take him down piece by piece. The man's like Thanos with all the Infinity Stones, right? You can't just keep throwing them to him.
I sent
you
it.
need to just do one at a time.
I sent it.
To be able to burst him down, and that just shows you the experience that he has and the impact he has for this team for game number 1. Now you asked the question, Private Godspeed. We saw the objectives, right? It was 2-11. They only took 2 objectives that entire game. Compared to Maple Leaf. So with game number 2, maybe focus on the objectives. Maybe be a little bit less team fight focused and more about these turrets, these turtles, and these lords.
Guys, no payment from. We're not getting payment from Games of the Future, man. It's not happening.
They were just slightly ahead of them for each objective.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of amazing to me is because a lot of these fights led to the objectives. Like I said, it's I want to say it's hard because it's almost humiliating because you did everything you wanted to on paper. We go up, we're gonna find the gank. We found the gank. He still survived. Another team player comes in. Now we're getting ganked from behind the tower and underneath tower. Multiple times they found some great penalty zones, but somehow the entirety of Maple Leafs was able to survive and start finding some of the pickoffs. It's just, it's very interesting problem to have where on paper you're doing things correctly, but you need to kind of, it's that little macro that you need to pay attention to kind of cut off.
Bro, Baj, please don't go 0-4. I don't want to burn your jersey. This is like, even though it's a silly jersey, it's kind of a silly jersey. It is one of my favorite jerseys.
You mentioned earlier in the previous series
because it's a very nostalgic jersey, man. It's from a time when
that was a bait from the XP lane, right?
When jerseys weren't really a thing in NA. You know, it's from a time when NA
he got out, and this is
wasn't
how
really a thing.
When this series started, we talked about Joyboss maybe having an advantage because he's the roamer, so he can be in more places than Yoreshi can. But hey, it don't matter. The party's at Yoreshi's house. Everybody's coming to the XP lane.
Which jersey? This is the Joyboss jersey.
Showcases his mastery not only over the hero,
the original Team First Blood Joyboss jersey.
And it's something that Godspeed is gonna have to pay
Kachan.
eye on, right? Don't fall for the setup that Yoreshi.
Your name is Kachan, bro. Why is your name Kachan?
Here's big focus.
So I've been
the Bane.
I've been
Maple Leafs definitely not wanting
thing belongs in a museum. I've been rewatching My Hero Academia because my girl is watching it. My wife is watching it. That's still very weird to say.
You're not really looking for like some of those great team fights. You're looking for
and Deku. I don't mean this in any offensive way, but Deku is definitely gay, bro. Deku and Kachan definitely have a gay love story, bro. Let's be real. The way he calls him, he's the only one who has like a pet name for Bakugo. Kachan! 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 Like, the fact that he has this, like, and then, like, Bakugo is always mean to him, and he's still just like, Kachan! Like, he's got his little freckle femboy face. Like, he's so gay, bro. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But it is very clear what is going on in that relationship. The more I rewatch it, the more I'm like, bro. The more I rewatch it, I'm like, why did the writer definitely wrote, like, come on, he's the only one that calls him Kachan. Kachan! He's got like a pet. Bro, I'm watching freaking My Hero Academia. Rewatch it, bro.
from getting
The whole
online.
beginning, the whole first few seasons.
Yeah, and I want to say this is a great.
Bakugo is Diddy. Well, Deku is Meek Mills.
The trying to counter the early assassin type.
No, True Spirit. They're not just bro. Listen, I understand what you're saying, and I know there's a lot of messed up. There's a big messed up community, and there's a lot of weird stuff on the internet that you can find between those two. But let's just, you gotta accept the fact, bro. You gotta accept the fact, bro.
Again, especially the early Ling pickups. I've talked about it before, especially in this meta right now. If you pick those assassins,
the community is right.
You're kind of asking for some of the counters to come out as well. And with that, Shiro is going to go ahead, pick up the Nolan.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and pick up that assassin.
My guy had ample opportunity with Ochako.
One of these assassins, but we have a plan to be
he had
and push hard
Miss Crazy Waifu of the Year.
Gotta look at the R-Lot, right?
Our girl, I'm having a mind blank right now. During the exams, he had the hot girl in the leather outfit who we ended up figuring out is Crazy Girl anyways. But he's up against her while she is essentially naked, and he just gets nervous.
Banned out for either side. You have a lot open and available. The Vexana. You also have the Valentina, who we've seen prioritized early in the draft for a lot of these matches, and it's had such a strong impact in the game. There goes that Vexana, and they're going to match an assassin for an assassin. They're going to put that Ling on that Nolan.
What am I making weird?
They pick up the counter for Ling, and then they pick up Ling, so that'll have just a little
Passed
bit
on
more
the baddies, bro.
room. The only problem is if we can find ourselves a little bit of an early tank. Tigreal, he's not an early tank. I would have said like a Grok is probably the early tank you want because he's got a big amount of damage that he can go for. You would be looking at invades onto Ling. Here, I want to say we're just going to be looking at possibly escorting Shiro.
Hatsume definitely is.
And we've got a
I think out of all the possibilities, Hatsume I think is my favorite. I think Hatsume is my favorite in the series. My favorite waifu in the series.
Right? I wonder if they still.
Hatsume is my favorite waifu.
You have to see the gold laner. Oh, I guess
I think I'd have everyone in that show.
So it's like you could put the Ruby against the Tig to counter out that implosion, but you still can do something like a Terizla. The anti-CC definitely can work in his kit, or even the R-Lot with the final slash could be very effective in this game.
He's a high schooler, Trex, a freshman at that. Let him breathe. You're right. You're right.
Okay,
it's just, it's not. I understand that Deku's not actually like, you know, but the writing could have, it could have been a little better, you know. My guy definitely left some subtle. Some subtle stuff there, you know, with the pet name Kachan and all that. It was just a little, you know. The more I rewatch it, the more I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Out there, you're going to have that mid to late game amount of damage. You're going to have that blazing duet that can get into your back line. So potentially Vexana is going to have a few issues there. It really depends where we go here, especially on that XP lane. Yoreshi, he's got a huge.
And then that's another thing. Invisible Girl.
Anything. Heck, we haven't seen a Benedetta yet.
Invisible Girl is just naked all the time. What's up with that?
Early game. He's going to be going with the Khalid.
He might have a little sugar in his tank, but he ain't gay. Fair.
A Nats over here, right? The last time we saw that was from Cloud9, and it was effective. I like it here.
Invisible Girl has like gloves and shoes on, like she's, which means she doesn't have invisible clothes. She has clothes that you can see.
When he tries to regenerate, but that
not when she goes fully invisible. When she goes fully invisible, she's naked. Like if she wants to actually use her, like if she uses her power of invisibility to be fully invisible, she's got to be naked.
Yeah, but I mean, Yoreshi, you've got that raging sandstorm from him too. That's a huge setting potential, a big stun on your team, which can be wombo comboed with the Vexana, with the Tempest of Blades coming in. You have the potential for a lot of damage to come down onto Godspeed if they're not careful. So we'll see how well they can kind of play out this next round.
I'm just saying, man, you got all these scientists in this world of heroes that make all kinds of cool equipment, but they can't make an outfit for her that goes invisible with her.
Have they found them?
Because men rule the world.
Definitely going to see how well that goes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be game 2 of Moonlight Club Maple Leafs taking on Godspeed. Godspeed suffered a pretty decisive loss in their last game, so they're looking to even things up here as we get started right away.
That's right, Shiro now going to be running on this Nolan. We got to see the Jawhead prioritize super early for the side of Maple Leaf. It looked like they allowed the Assassins to kind of walk, right? We saw the Bane band out.
All right, come on, Godspeed. Baji boy.
A Hayabusa or a Fanny because they're comfortable. They know that Pavel can be very aggressive on this Jawhead to create the early game gap and deny the Assassin from getting the farm needed.
Yeah, I like that Pavel on this Jawhead. This is what I've said, like one of my favorite parts of the Jawhead is the amount of damage he can do to help out the jungler when it comes to some of those, some of that early jungling. Ooh, we're gonna go ahead, Shiro, gonna go ahead, get leaned on to right now. Big push from Tigreal, and Yureshi finding the hit here.
Oh, Lord.
Not gonna be able to complete it.
Okay.
To Shiro.
First blood.
Yeah, great job by Yureshi. Ooh, he was looking for it. He wanted it, but thought against it. Maybe getting a little smarter from some of the, from what we saw from him in the early game.
Yeah, but Restart's going to take down J-Law, so First Blood is going to go over to Godspeed. Yeah, I mean, you saw Yureshi. That was a pretty big cut, especially that early in the game. He left the bottom lane alone, right? He didn't worry about the minutes. He cleared them out super fast, and he went over there to try and create that opportunity, even though it didn't work in their favor.
I didn't really make a statement about BTK losing. I mean, I said it in cast, bro.
This is their chance, right? They have
got
a little
beat.
bit of a window of opportunity now.
They got to play better.
To kind of spearhead the way for game number 2.
Yeah, I don't think their drafts are really bad. I don't think their draft was bad. I think
Nasty Wayne pop up on to that minion, but they're not.
Macro is what they got to work on, bro.
Just yet. 2 seconds.
Cloud9 outplayed them.
This first turtle, which is going to tell the story of how the momentum of this match is going to go.
All right,
now,
Godspeed actually playing better this time.
Right? They don't have a lot of heroes that have high mobility. I mean, they have Claude with the BMI.
But that's the thing is that's BTK's BTK are very much a.
He's gonna have full kit. He's gonna start bursting.
They are a team, exactly team fight comp. Ube S, nice Baji boy. There you go. Give him something aggressive. Get off that damn Matilda, bro. Kill that man.
The Tempest of Blade finds him an escape route, but Turtle goes over to Godspeed.
Hey, it was a good try. I mean, he did everything he could right there with what was available. But yes, Godspeed able to kind of find these objectives a little bit faster. Definitely a different story from game number 1. Now contesting the purple buff.
Yeah, Nasty Wayne doesn't have his retribution either. Out comes the Eternal Guardian. Are they going to be able to find the... Oh, he's not able to find his purple buff. It does get stolen away from Shiro, or by Shiro, as Restart looks for an escape. Yureshi comes in.
Oh, you're dead.
The Sandstorm, and that's going to be all she wrote for Godspeed's Mage.
Yeah, they were able to find a kill, but with Nasty Wayne not having this purple buff, he's going to be limited on his energy pool for this Ling. May be able to meet up Shiro. I don't think he knows they're in that bush.
Oh, yeah, he does it. Here comes the Tempest of Blade.
Oh, Lord. All right. Fair. Fair. Well done.
A little bit of passive damage coming out from Shiro.
Godspeed, you got to win a game. You got to win a couple games, but just win at least once, and I won't burn this jersey.
For a jungler, an eye for an eye leaves the world blind, and nobody is seeing today. 3-2 on the scoreboard. Demon Hunter Sword picked up super early by Sairi. Starting to stack those core items. I mean, just like Toru on this carry, the clock can definitely hit like a truck as well. And both of them have yet to find a death.
Yeah, they're basically kind of in the boring lane right now. Everything's happening all around them. Actually, Joybot gets caught there. A lot of damage. He's going to have to push his way to safety as Restart kind of covers his escape. He's going to be going back now as we see the rotation starting to go up to the top lane, possibly looking for Sairi on the back end.
Yeah, Sairi needs to be careful, but at least he's running on this quad, right? He has a lot of mobility.
Honestly, both teams are pretty well rounded. Oh!
And gets caught.
Trying to think about who wins out in the late game.
Blazing Duet does not find a target, which is unfortunate for Godspeed. That's going to be one of the ultimates down for the side of Godspeed. Maple Leafs coming in. Here comes Nasty Wayne.
Shiro still gets it. Shiro's been clutch. Oh, Shiro dodging with the sidestep. Very clean. Still. Oh! Baji boy! With the game saver.
Nasty Wayne looking for an escape covered by Yureshi and Toru.
Yeah, at this point, Shiro just
save Shiro's life there, bro.
The Nasty Wayne.
I almost want to go back to that one.
Both of them are in distance and ready.
We're going to go back real quick. Look at this.
Maple Leafs coming in.
Shiro runs away, gets chased by the Tempest of Blades, almost gets cornered by Ureshi. Shiro dashes through, Ureshi still dashes through, and then before they can catch up to him, oh, just clean. Very clean.
Right now, I want to say Maple Leafs kind of having a little bit of a struggle when it comes to the objectives, when it comes to kind of getting into those side lanes. Ureshi's going to have a problem as we move into the mid and late game. Once Khalid starts falling off, it's going to be a little bit of an issue. 4-man gank looking for the top lane. They decide against it.
But he's still going to take the turret because he can't rush in on the carry. And that is going to be the map opened up for Maple Leaf. Nasty Wayne need to be careful.
Yeah, and we do. Ureshi comes in there. A little bit of damage coming into that pixel bush right now. You see Joybaj taking a bit of damage from the Vexana right now. Oh, I mean, the placement around here is very interesting. Pavel goes in, does not find the pickup. We have a concealed play. Joybaj just misses. He doesn't find the targets he wants. So he decides against finding the implosion or the push onto Pavel. Look at the damage now coming from Toru. Look at Joybaj getting chunked down.
Yeah, that's about what, like almost 45% HP left right there, and he was only in that bush for a few seconds. Like we said, a ticking time bomb, the scary carry in the making. Just needs to get a little bit more items. Nasty Wayne 1v1 matchup on the bot side as well. Maple.
Yeah, I think both teams have decent end game goal laners. I think the only real game changer for me is probably the Faramis. I think the Faramis will be more important in end game over the Vexana.
The gold's lead starting to measure up. I mean, the marksmen are starting to.
Because in end game, Faramis actually starts to do a decent amount of damage. So not only do you get sustainability, but you also get really good damage from Faramis.
But starting to set up for this next turtle.
Yeah, but Toru does have the corrosion sight. Oh!
Yeah, in comes Tempest of Blades up at the top and through the bottom. We can see the turtle fight starting to happen here. Big wombo combo came out. Nobody died there. Restart taking a heap of damage. That might be all she wrote as Toro able to burst them down with the speedy light wheel off camera. Sairi finds himself a tower. Joybaj some shurikens to the back for good measure, and the rest of Maple Leafs starting to focus on this mid tower.
Shurikens.
Hey, Golden Staff.
Take some shurikens to the back.
Toru needs to deal the damage necessary for these team fights. Able to take the turtle, able to take the mid turret. A massive turnaround for Maple Leaf to stay in this game. Malefic Roar and the Hunter Strike picked up over there by Shiro. Definitely heavily on the physical penetration. A little bit of mobility from the Hunter Strike as well. But it's not matching the damage output that Maple Leaf is providing right now. There goes Toru again, taking another turret.
Yeah, it's just great rotations coming from Maple Leafs when it comes to, especially when it comes to the marksman. You clean up top lane. As soon as you get your lane cleaned up, you immediately go to the opposite end of the map, start taking down that tower, so that you're not just sitting
in your
lane doing nothing. Always being the aggressor and always moving around on the marksman, because what you need to do, especially on a carry, you need to get fed. You need to get fed fast, because she is one of the latest hitting marksmen in the game.
I was looking at the player cams. One of the players on Godspeed, they're just in like a complete dark room, like no lights at all. The only thing lit up is that phone. If
that's Baji Boy.
Locked in, I don't know what is.
Oh, you see the raging sandstorm does lock on the two members. A big ejector lands on the restart, but down goes Pavel.
Well played.
Paying for that move.
You know, that's interesting. Like, Pavel, he's the initiator, and he's been doing such a great job at it. But sometimes, you know, it comes at a cost, and he had to pay the toll right there. He does fall Godspeed, able to pick up that kill. But I feel like it's not really going to impact Maple Leaf that much, right? I mean, they're able to take that mid-turret. They're still holding on to theirs as well. There goes the DHS from Toru to get that Trinity build. He's now going to be able to soak into Joybaj and Divine very heavily with their high HP pool. They are going to have to watch out for him. Like I said, the ticking time bomb is on the way, and it's about to start ticking.
Yeah, Sairi, Nasty Wayne perched up, looking for an angle, waiting for an opportunity, trying to be very patient. Oh, now we have a little bit of a fight pop up onto Ureshi. They aren't going to be able to complete it. They're looking for the wombo combo there. Was Godspeed. They weren't able to find it from the quick reactions from Ureshi. Now Toru going to go ahead, start baiting out this Lord as the rest of Godspeed starts circling around the pit.
Yeah, getting ready for this objective. Maple Leaf Godspeed, a high.
Guys, how old is Fried Chicken?
Target 3 to 4 gold, almost even. Who will be able to
Is he
take
20
the
yet?
Who will make the first mistake? There goes the conceal play.
Yeah, they go in. JoyBoss does find it and does find the push. Shiro gets pulled back down. Oh, almost had a downed jungler. NetherRealm comes out for the save. Look at the back end. Nasty Wayne comes in. The Tempest the Blades is out trying to put the damage on the Syri.
Oh.
And he takes down Nasty Wayne. Toru able to find the kills himself, but that is 2-1 right now. A jungler down for Maple Leafs means that this Lord
Chicken
could
is
be going
22?
over to Godspeed.
Ain't no
Yeah,
way
but
Chicken is
Toru
22, bro.
Picking up both of those kills, that is massive for him, right? He's going to be hitting even harder now. Definitely going to have to watch out. He needs a little bit more additional attack speed, though, because those hits are a little too slow for my liking. But it's definitely going to be hitting like a truck here soon. The Lord's still intact.
But it's not just about looking young.
Oh my gosh. Look at the damage.
I guess season has been, I guess NACT's been around for a while, and he started around like 16, 17, huh? I thought he was max 19.
Unfortunately not in a position to contest this Lord.
Yeah, and with this Lord in Maple Leaf's favor, they will be able to push in even further on the map, take down these tier 2 turrets.
I called him a teenager on stream the other day, and everybody was like, or one person was like, Chicken's not a teenager.
7-5 when it comes to
I thought he was like
kills,
19.
But they're up by 2,000 gold. It's not even that massive of a gold difference, but it's the macro and the micro that is keeping Maple Leaf on top.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. On paper, during a lot of these matches, Godspeed doesn't look like they have a disadvantage. It's just
me and Zane the same damn age, same birthdays. That's cool.
Micro, how fast Maple Leaf is able to react.
Godspeed. What are you guys doing, man?
Is just like it's unthinkable how fast Maple Leafs are able to kind of get this. Yeah, JoyBoss here with a concealed play does find himself a little bit of a push and an implosion there.
Oh.
Putting out.
No. They got rid of the Lord, though. They got rid of the Lord.
This might be all she wrote for Godspeed. Still with the speedy light wheel restart takes a heck of a lot of damage. Yoreshi on the wrong
Hero, you got to
side
kill
of
Toru, bro.
the enemy territory there. Divine, they're not even able to punish him.
They can't find a way to Toru. This man can literally frontline on this carry, and they still cannot catch him. He's 6-0-1. This is what happens when you don't have a heavy dive-oriented composition to be able to get to that back line, right? And this is a
good night.
carry.
Kind of a hug.
He's not even mobile. It's one of the easiest heroes
You got a
to catch
shoe
out
in
of
your hand.
position, but he's doing a great
Come here.
job on keeping that separation and staying alive to deal the hits necessary to win these engagements.
Well, and it's one of the problems right now is you're kind of baiting out JoyBoss to try to find an implosion, find
say,
the
go
push.
Baji
And
boy.
what they're doing, you have the purify on carry. They're able to create the distance.
No, she doesn't have faith in Baji boy. I don't either. Say, in Baj we trust.
That's one half of all of your CC goes down with him as well. And all you have left is the Edith, who's really has to be focused on
Harper doesn't like
she's
Baji
kinda
boy,
putting
guys.
down some of that CC and those pop-ups for the rest of the team to be able to catch Toru. So it's really interesting how Maple Leafs are able to kind of bait out some of these implosions, some of these pushes
There's
from
coins
the
on
side
there?
of Godspeed.
Yeah, and Maple Leaf, I mean, they're in a great position to try and get an early closeout against Godspeed. Godspeed, their base has been opened up in the mid. Right now, like we said, it's not the biggest gold lead in the world, but it's the micro and the macro. And also, I would say, a little bit of the draft that's creating this issue, right? I mean, not finding a way to get to Toru is allowing this carry to scale even faster.
For me, the Hurricane wasn't that bad. For a lot of other people in my city, it was really bad.
MVP, it's got to be him.
Yeah, right now 6-0-1. Toru having the game of his life. He's already come online, already has the items he needs to actually be chunking, and we're now sitting at a luminous.
Toru was a gold laner for Area 77 before Melon joined, right? Oh God, what a play! Yoreshi is always there, bro. You're never safe from Yoreshi. He's got the all-seeing eye, man. Oh, you're dead, bro. You're so dead.
this. This could be the final push for Maple Leafs. It's just Divine alone against the world here.
Oh, no.
He gets taken down. Restart is back up, thankfully. But
Restart, calling for the restart, bro.
Game 2 here, going to the side of Maple Leafs.
Ay, ay, ay.
Another game.
Ay, 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 ay.
Hands after a great
Ay, ay,
start
ay,
for
ay,
round
ay.
2 of the NACT fall season. Godspeed, not able.
Oh, my guy's missing
to
an
find
arm in the middle
answers they were
here.
Looking for Maple Leaf, doing a great job on staying one step ahead.
Yeah, and it's just
Rough.
amazing how well Maple Leaf is putting together a lot of these engagements, some of these pushes as well. Even when it comes to, we've seen it before from the first game, when it comes to actually getting ganked, getting set upon, they're so quick to react. And this is kind of the quality that you look for from some top tier teams here in North America. As we take a look here at the stats, 15-6 right now. Toru having the game of his life, 6-0 and 6 for his team.
Yeah, it was just such a good read, right? I mean, man, this is why it's important to have somebody on your composition that can get to that back line. You cannot allow a marksman that scales and hits like a truck to stay alive an entire game and not have an answer to get back to him. And that is going to be another victory for Maple Leaf. Godspeed, just falling short to the mark again, 2 times in a row. And if they don't find victory for game number 3, then we will officially not have a bonus round for today, and that'll put them very behind in points and really raise Maple Leaf on that ladder.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think maybe coming back with a vengeance after taking
Guys, when is this Jake Paul fight gonna happen? This Jake Paul Tyson fight gonna happen?
Against a Hayabusa. So I mean, I think here they've come back with a vengeance. They've tightened up their game plan, their draft, and the thing that kind of gets to me that's kind of crazy is I don't feel like the draft was
November 15th.
one-sided. I don't even feel
That's
like
next
it was
month,
in
huh? Or
favor
2
of
months from
Maple
now?
Leafs. I felt like Godspeed had a pretty good split on what they could be doing. It's just how well Maple Leafs react, how well they play together, how well they're able to.
What's my thoughts on
ranks
EXE?
around people and protect them,
I think
and
they
to get some of these objectives here
right now
no doubt about
are
it,
probably the
Toru.
bottom team.
Yeah, definitely well deserved. And I mean, it's kind of hard not to get MVP when nobody can get back to you.
They possibly-
to take you down. I mean, he was just having free range.
And to put it into deeper perspective, no hate on EXE. You guys, I mean, the fact is they made it to the top 8. They made it to the top 8, and a lot of other teams didn't, so they deserve their spot here. Everyone went through the same exact bracket. But I will say this. If we took every number 8 team in NACT over the past few seasons, I think EXE might come in last place out of them.
Great angle, found an implosion and a push, and still it was not able to get his team the necessary amount of time that they needed to be able to burst it down. He ended up getting bursted down himself. Then you took out the only
like
CC
lay me top.
that was going to be able to take down.
I think
the
they'd
carry.
smoke EXE.
A great job overall
Beans
by the side of Maple Leaf.
Maple Leaf, they're definitely showing some promising signs to make it to top 4. Godspeed. They got to pick up the pieces. They got to start rolling. We're already in round 2, and there's getting even less.
You think Tyson's gonna get knocked out?
Mistake. So we have to
I don't know, man.
to game number 3.
Listen, man.
From here. Right now, I mean, I like Godspeed. I think they're a great team. I think they do a lot of.
All I'm saying is I think there is a chance that Tyson gets one good connection, and it's night time, bro. If Tyson gets one good connection, I think it's night time. But ain't no way Tyson's keeping up with a young kid. And I'm not saying he's young, but ain't no way Tyson keeps... How old is Jake Paul? Like 30, 28 to 30 or something? Early 30s, late 20s? Like early 30s, right? I think he's older than me. So early 30s. I don't think Tyson's keeping up with someone that young in terms of just like energy, stamina, all that stuff. But if Tyson gets one good hit, nah, I don't think Jake is like, I don't know, man. First of all, it's an exhibition match. I don't think they're playing for knockouts. I don't think they're fighting for knockouts. So I don't think Jake is going to knock out Tyson, but I don't know if Tyson will be. It is definitely, it's an exhibition match, man. It's not a sanctioned match, is it?
Straight up first pick it for Godspeed. I mean, I guess the Bane is gone, so they're like, hey, we don't have to worry about the early game push, but there's still a lot of heroes that can still do that. There goes one right there, the Ruby, a great flex when you're second in the draft. You don't really know where it's going to go. It's great in the gold lane. It still can work in the XP, even though we don't really see it.
It's a professional match. Like, this will count as a record.
When all else fails.
Like, this will go down as on their record.
I like what I'm seeing so far. We have yet to really see the Assassins work for the side of Godspeed. The Bane is what's so clutch about this. They keep banning.
It's going to have a fight. Like, there's going to be a card. Like, there's going to be other matches before and shit. Like, this isn't just...
And invades, we're going to go ahead, pick up the Hylos, which was left unbanned by the side of Godspeed.
Like, this isn't just... This isn't just freaking, I'm looking at it now, holy crap, this isn't just freaking, like, this isn't like McGregor versus Mayweather. Like, that was a exhibition match, technically, wasn't it? That wasn't run by WBA, WBC, World Boxing, or any of that shit. Bro, Tyson better knock this dude the fuck out, bro.
The carry from Toru. This is a little early, though. It's a little bit more early than I'm used to.
It's sad that Tyson has to do this for money.
Meta, and the regular season for NACT, a lot of these teams are prioritizing their marksmen in the second half of the draft. But this time, Godspeed is going to pick it up super early. Is that the right decision?
Tyson's also not all there. Like, he probably wants to do this shit. Like, he's probably like, yeah, fuck it, man. Let's fucking fight. I'm going to fight, y'all. I'm going to fucking, I'm going to knock Paul the fuck out, man.
Carry lacks mobility, and that's
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutalist, the vicious.
Yeah, that's the interesting
Jake
thing
Paul's a
here
fucking
right
YouTuber.
Now. I feel like the composition coming out of Godspeed here, we've really leaned into that mid and late game to be able to kind of take down some of these heroes. You got the Zask coming out for the mid lane. That's going to be an immense amount of poke, even tankiness coming out for them. So that leaves the target.
That's what I hate. Is Jake Paul's going to be like Jake Paul's going to be able to be 70 years old one day and be like, yeah, I beat Mike Tyson in the ring.
Where he's going to be able to do that
and anyone that doesn't actually know are going to think that he beat one of the greatest boxers in the world.
It's not going to be Hylos. Zask is going to be able to get out of that as well. So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be on Netflix. Does that mean we can, you guys think we can watch party it?
Yeah, I feel like they showed their cards.
Should we watch party it? And you guys want to do Discord watch party?
I was wondering. I was about to actually ask. I was like,
when is it? Let me make sure I have it off work.
Slip up in here and
I might call it off now. Because if we can't watch party it, and if we can't watch party it during on live stream, we should watch party it in Discord.
But I'm right there on the same train with you. The link. When you pull it out that early first in the draft and you allow them to build a composition that's kind of anti-dive, so you can't really pick anybody off here, and they're going to continue to build that same draft going forward. Now, this is risky business right here because they really need this victory. Godspeed needs to take game number 3. Like we said, they're battling for points. They need to get that top 4 placement. They don't want to be that team that's sitting in that 5th or that 4th position in round 3.
Bro, I hope to God that Mike Tyson knocks Jake Paul. Because here's what, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think Mike Tyson's just gonna get knocked out, bro. I don't think he's gonna get knocked out. I think he's got years of cartilage built up, man. That man is a walking old World War II tank, man.
We're gonna need some protection for Lu Yi. She's gonna do well against this composition. You got a Ruby,
and
you've got a Hylos, and you have the spawn coming from.
I think if Mike Tyson gets, like I said, man, I think Mike, no matter what,
it's just gonna be.
The muscle memory is there. That should just not go away, man. If Mike Tyson gets one hard hook on him,
first, because that's going to be your biggest threat during a lot of these teams fights.
He might put him down, man. He might put him down.
Stop some of the quad shadows from the Hayabusa, but I don't know, man. I'm not really too much of a fan for it because, like, the tank mage synergy is going to be a little awkward now, right? You have a Kufra rotating around with the Lu Yi, not two heroes that you normally see.
Who actually, does anyone here actually follow boxing?
Land of Dawn, trying to find
Anyone here actually follow boxing?
Combination of skills. But we'll see if it works. The Hayabusa, we kind of knew they were going to pull that out, right? I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer when you have a marksman who has no mobility and also a mage as well. Both Carry and Lu Yi, they're weak in close quarters, right? If you can close that distance, you can easily burst them down. And that's exactly why they banned out that Kaja, right? They wanted to limit any hero from giving the Hayabusa a hard time. As we are going to be jumping into game number 3, though, Godspeed. They're running out of chances. They need to find a way to take game 3 away from Maple Leaf to guarantee.
I don't really follow, but I grew up with Keith One-Time Thurman. If you guys follow Pacquiao fights, you know who Keith Thurman is. They fought. That was Keith's last big fight. That was his first loss. That was Keith's first loss. And since then, Keith has been like injured. He's supposed to have fights that come up. He got a real bad wrist fracture. But he comes by my work all the time.
And here
He's a family friend of ours. My sister kind of dated him for a little bit.
Godspeed yet to find a point.
But I used to follow a lot of his fights. And if he was to start fighting again, I would follow him more.
The answers.
Yeah, both members going to go ahead and start with a little bit of assistance from their XP laner, looking to try to get some of those early rotations down, some of those early clears for their team.
Now, I'm looking at Godspeed, right? I wouldn't start with Maple Leaf because I feel like...
For the love of God, Godspeed. For the love of Godspeed.
To gain control of the early phase, but I want to take a look at Godspeed. If they want to win in this early game, first, Shiro has to find a way to pave these kills or take these.
I think the Keith before might have beat Pacquiao too.
To really dive into. Even Toru on
but Pacquiao is also like Pacquiao's quick, and it's a very different type of fight than I think what Keith is used to. And Pacquiao can take a fucking punch. There's no knocking Pacquiao down really.
And I want to see if it works.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing for me. If Joybaj goes in, if he lands a Tyrant's Revenge, that means that Restart is going to have to chase after him. He's going to have to try to go in, chase after him, and hope that there is no, as we're talking about, that Quad Shadows actually lands on the Restart, comes back in, finds the Shadow kill, and just like that, it comes to fruition. Here comes the Tempest of Blade.
Oh, God. Come on, boys. Shiro, do your thing, bro.
Uses that Finch pose to get away to safety.
He needs to be careful, though, because Nasty Wayne is looking to take him down. He's trying to hit a quick Quad Shadow right there. I knew he was looking for it. Not able to find that opportunity, but they found some elsewhere, right? 1 kill on the board. Nasty Wayne making quick use of the Quad Shadow to get back to safety. 3 seconds until this turtle spawns in. This is where we got to see, how does Godspeed approach this turtle, right? You have a lot of heroes who
I'd pay to watch Ken fight Mike Tyson.
A lot of crowd control.
We could start a funding.
The bouncing ball can definitely provide the slow. But
maybe Mike Tyson will just start fighting anybody. It'll be like, you know how like you get like an old famous person to come to your birthday party? It's like random people just start. Mike Tyson just lets people pay him to let him fight them.
Here comes, very nice Tyrant's Revenge comes out there. Yureshi, it's going to be taking the Nasty Wayne, finds himself.
Oh, God.
Retribution onto the back line. Restart. Ooh, takes a half health amount.
All right, first turtle to Maple Leaf.
Does not have his Quad Shadows. Big jump comes in. Restart. Almost in trouble there. Going to clean up the lane before going back home.
Can he survive in TREX?
Able to take
Fair.
the turtle. Able to bait out a lot of utility too, right? Credits to Yureshi. He dove in, he got that Tyrant's Rage to proc, and then he also forced the last Insanity on him, and he was able to get out of both alive and unscathed. And that's a lot of utility kind of wasted out to allow the turtle to go to Maple Leaf's favor.
I like that Shiro kind of just.
Bro, Restart's gotta hang out with Baji more.
Kind of Finch poses way. Ooh, Toro.
Baji's not leaving mid lane, bro. There you go. Nope. Get the fuck out of there now, guys.
To get himself out of harm's way.
Aye.
And a great read by Toro, but on the back end, Pavel.
Shiro's gonna die. Wait, no, he knows they're there. He knows they're there.
They do get spotted out by Shiro.
They don't know Pavel's there.
More people in there. Quad Shadow is out. Shiro gets locked onto with the Shadow.
Oh God, this is painful to watch, bro.
Not quick enough on the draw with that bouncing ball.
Yeah, that's just not the move, right? They got to disengage. It was a good look, though. I saw what they were trying to go for, but credits to Shiro to be able to spot them out and deny the play. They want to limit the opportunity that Maple Leaf has to kind of lead the way in the early game, because if they can get online, if Maple Leaf finds
Tyson's like, before every fight, I take fucking 5 Viagra and I walk out there fucking ready to go. Get my blood pumping and kick some ass.
Got to see how it kind of plays out. But right now, Maple Leaf, that's for certain, they're leading the early game.
Yeah, and I want to say, too, that's the first time I've seen the diversion come out. It really wasn't useful at all either. So, I mean, that's one thing. If you're going to play this Lu Yi 2, a big thing that you're going to need to do is be able to use those diversion ultimates to get your team in great positioning to help out with some of
No, I think Maple Leaf was the favorite here, but I can't vote against Baji Boy, bro. I think Maple Leaf was definitely the favorite here.
Winding up for potential setup, not going to find it. And here comes Pavel.
Yeah, Shiro is able
Shiro
to
gets turtle. That's nice.
Turtle. Pavel in a little bit of trouble. Glorious pathway is out.
Oh yeah, I think he went the wrong way, Shiro.
Going up with the Finch pose.
Why'd you go up?
Get himself out of harm's way. That
Going
is
down.
Be the first turtle for the side of Godspeed, tying things up for the gold lead at least.
Yeah, Toru.
Let's watch Shiro's Tempest of Blades. I have a feeling he might have a habit of always going the same way.
Turtle for Godspeed.
We're gonna check, but
it's just a little late.
Maybe it was just a one-time thing that I feel like he went the wrong way. But
Quatch out just a moment too late to be able to get that retry play. But now focusing on Shiro.
Yeah, Nasty Wayne comes in with the shadow kill.
I'm wondering if he always goes upwards.
Does not find himself a kill, unfortunately. Pavel comes in from the side, not able to find a stun onto Shiro. Both teams reset.
Is Shiro Zero?
Right now. Pretty low kill game.
That was a name for Zero in the past, huh? No, that's not Zero. There's a picture of him. We'll see in a second. Zero was on a different team, wasn't he?
And Nasty Wayne looking to put some damage onto Divine, who is able to use that last insanity to get himself away.
And this is why it's important to have a marksman that can play for survivability, especially when you're going up against a Kufra who can dive in on you, right? You use that entropy. You don't really have to worry about it because you can extend the distance to go back to safety at a moment's notice. Even when it was a 3v1 deficit on the bot side, Toru, he wasn't even phased. They didn't
the
even
Asian
deal
disappointments
any
are back.
To his turret. And that just showcases some great drafting over there from Maple Leaf. And
yeah, it was Zero's name at one point.
From their gold laner. Right now, though, Godspeed, they're still hanging in there, right? They have yet to lose a turret. They've only lost one member so far, but that may change at a moment's notice.
Speaking of which,
ooh, why do you keep targeting Pavel, bro? Shiro.
While the rest of Maple Leafs try to put some damage onto this tower. They do find a tower shadow kill.
Syri's dead. Stop the split screen, bro.
We do have Yoreshi get taken down by the last insanity, and Toru finds himself.
Aye.
1 to 3 right now in favor of.
Guys, I can't burn this jersey. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, but the trade on the bot side from Nasty Wayne will be able to take that turret to be able to match up with it. So overall, I would still say Maple Leaf wins the trade, right? They get more kills and they get a turret to open up the map even more in their favor. 2 turtles for Godspeed, 2 turrets for Maple Leaf. As we are looking at some of the items, the ticking time bomb, trying to get that Trinity build, has a corrosion scythe, has the golden staff over there.
We'll stomp on it a little bit.
This carry, but keep in mind, Syri has to be careful, especially with Nasty Wayne lurking in the distance.
Oh, a little bit of trouble for Yoreshi, gets caught with the Tyrant's Rage and Tyrant's Revenge to pop them into the wall there, gets the stun. Yoreshi goes down quickly. 2 to 3 right now, narrowly a gold lead for the side of Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I feel like both ADCs, both marksmans are quickly trying to race to deal more damage, right? The carry versus the Natan, and they're both doing a good job. I feel like they're playing for survivability, but they're also scaling and getting the items necessary to deal some damage. But right now, the map is still bleeding red.
Bro, I feel like I haven't seen Restart do a single diversion, bro, this whole game. Just use it, bro. Like, just use the diversion.
The later the game goes, though, I mean, you have Pavel on this high.
Even if it's to a bush that's just on the other side of your own jungle, just use it.
Oh, yeah, you see
it causes a little bit of confusion. It helps them guess where you are. Stop being stingy.
He's gonna have to use that flicker to get himself away. Pavel disengages for his team. You can see the entirety of the team grouping around mid.
Oh my God.
Pressure up at the bottom, you can see Shiro doing a
Now
good
you
job
died with an
the
ult,
split
bro.
pushing on this Ling.
Yeah, you got to see Nasty Wayne take down Restart as well in the process. Looks like Shiro was not able to get that turret. I thought he had it for certain, but a good rotation from Yureshi to push him back.
Yeah, 4 seconds left.
What's meta
this
XP heroes right
Lord.
now?
I want to say Divine doing a
I don't know
great
what.
job of
Arlott,
kinda clearing
Hylos,
out. He's like back,
Edith,
keeping them away
Phoveus.
from Shiro's purple buff to make sure that he still has. He's going to be able to get that cooldown.
Ruby's
He's gonna
still
be able to get,
decent.
some of that damage from there.
Terizla still viable. Like, there's still some viable choices.
Oh,
Toru steals that fucking. Toru's on it. Bro, there you go, boys. But you keep on targeting Pavel for some fucking reason. Shiro, why don't you double dash, bro? Why is he always
I want to say that goes in the benefit of Maple Leafs.
Yeah, for certain, and just a little too late on the diversion play from Restart. He's a little bit of a restart on that Lord play again. I mean, if he was there just a couple seconds earlier, it could have been a totally different story. But with this Lord on Maple
fake
Leafs
TREX.
side, they will be able to kind of take down some additional turrets.
That is
maybe
fake
able to take
TREX.
down some of the tier 2s. You're already seeing them working on their wave management. And Toru, he's doing good on keeping the distance. Even when you see Shiro trying to dive in, he knows he can't close the distance.
Bro, Godspeed are really gonna get 4-0'd, aren't they?
Yureshi just gets a surprise in that bush in the form of Restart, chaining together some of those yin yangs, takes a ton of damages. It is gonna have to back off, so they're not able to escort or get much value out of that Lord. Speaking of which, Shiro gets caught up at the top. Pavel not able to punish them for it. Conceal play is out as well. They're trying to chase down Toru, who uses that entropy to get himself back.
Ooh, invasion on the purple buff, though. Looks like they are able... No, I think Shiro was able to take the purple buff in that engagement. So I think it was a good denial. Maple Leaf definitely being aggressive. You can tell they're comfortable and feel like they have this game under wraps. A diversion play way out there for JoyBoss for a potential setup.
Ooh, JoyBoss does miss a Tyrant's Revenge. Ooh, nice connection from that Yin Yang. The damage coming out from Restart there. Almost put down 2 members of Maple Leafs there. J-Law's going to have to go back to base.
He forced out the Dominator to sit from J-Law.
Mr. Fear would be a better name than TREXcast on your guys' channel, bro. I mean, as your name. Because you'd still be like paying some homage.
Restart have the heaviest impact so far.
Like you'd be a TREX fan.
Promising, right? At least we know the damage is there. We'll definitely have to take
Mr. Fear would be a way better
some of these
name.
items to kind of see how that kind of happened. Endless Battle picked up, though, by Shiro in the process. Blade of Despair by Nasty Wayne. Cyree will be able to take the turret on the top side. JoyBoss may have spotted out Pavel. Knows Toru's in that bush. Diversion play, though, to the mid lane.
Ooh, they do find themselves, but they get caught in there. Yureshi is down. J-Law running for the hills, gets taken down by Shiro. A great diversion coming out from Godspeed, as now they're going to start their push onto this mid lane if they can, or are they just going to be secure enough to go for this next Lord?
That was massive from Restart. That may have turned the tide in Godspeed's favor.
Ooh, and JoyBoss does miss himself.
All right, boys. This is your game.
There. Look at the damage coming out from
This is your game.
Ooh, Speedy Light Wheel coming out. Shiro comes in, gets caught by the pop-up of the Lord, and Maple Leafs are not going to be able to contest this. Looking for a fight of their own, not able to find one. You can see that the shadow kill comes out, but does not find a
2-2
onto Godspeed. I want to say this is probably the first Lord that I have seen come from Godspeed, so now starting to turn the tables a little bit on Maple Leafs.
Yeah, and with that Lord, I mean, they're going to be able to take this turret in the mid lane, which has been stopping them from having an easier time invading up against Maple Leaf. I wonder if they will be able to take it, though. You've seen a little bit of a passive play style from them. Diversion does go out. Nobody going to jump in on it. Luminous Lord may be wasted here in the process. No, they do take the turret in the mid lane. So now I would say it's a little bit more of equal footing.
Holy shit, guys. This is a restaurant I used to eat at as a kid. I grew up on a place called Clearwater Beach. This is a picture of a restaurant I used to eat at. Me and my family used to go to. Just underwater from the storm. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now they're starting to defend, and starting to finally be on the back foot is Maple Leafs. They have to clear out lanes. They're getting their jungle choked out from them, and the lead is starting to grow for the side of Godspeed. Now at about a firm 3K gold lead, but all of that can change very quickly. You see them not exactly wanting to go for Shiro. They know he's got the Finch pose. They know he can get away from them. So it's all going to be on the next few minutes here for the side of Maple Leafs if they're going to be able to mount a comeback.
When the nature picked up by Toru as well, he knows that the battle will be on the way soon enough when he has to face
Drexy boy. Why is NA region not impressive region?
Who did just pick up the
you know, because
has the Hawes Claws, the endless battle. Everybody
white people suck at video games.
For this next engagement, right? The last Lord, we're able to see Godspeed get the steal and turn this match back around. Diversion play. Do they spot it out? No, they don't.
Yeah, Joybaj is out there, does get caught there, does find himself the revenge. Shiro finds a kill onto Nasty Wayne. Down goes Pavel. That's 2 down for the side of Maple Leaf, and the damage not enough for them as they are going to have to disengage. That is 2 down for Maple Leafs, and 53 seconds still left. Oh, I'm offended. Lands on the Syrie, down to J-Law as well. Joybaj losing the flicker to get himself. Toru chasing with the entropy, is not able to find his target.
Yeah, he got a little greedy there. He should have kept that entropy for himself. But I gotta give credits to Restart, right? These diversions. Oh my goodness, Toru.
There you go.
Yeah.
Come on, Jiro.
Comes out. He might be looking for a Tempest.
Don't do it. He's doing it. Oh, you whiffed. Shiro, if you die, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bro. I'm gonna find you.
To be able to get out of there, and especially
sorry guys, I'm getting a little heated.
From Shiro.
I'm getting a little worked up.
I don't know if I would have necessarily agreed with him going back in and wasting the Tempest of Blades, though. He already baited out the Wind of Nature.
Oh, Nasty Wayne is actually having a little bit of trouble on this Hayabusa. I want to say a lot of trouble.
Sorry for the language, guys.
With Joybaj out there, this is going to go ahead, create the space if they're going to go ahead and start.
If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Barely any of you have. Stop being lazy, please, and thank you.
For these towers,
for the love of God. For the love of Godspeed.
To see where the placement on the map is as both teams jockeying for a little bit of position. Joybaj and Restart.
Always one blade on ult, bro.
Looking for an opportunity.
I don't think Shiro knows that there's 4 blades you can get, that you can go do.
I want to say they don't really know where everybody is on the map.
I mean, that time he went into a Ruby, which was a little silly, but hey.
Gets caught with the Tyrant's Revenge. We do have the last Insanity bursting damage. Here comes the
oh God.
Nasty Wayne, not able to find a target.
You guys got Lord, you're good. Get the hell out of there.
Yeah, not able to find a window of opportunity. Godspeed is taking this game out of their grasp. Maple Leaf not having an easy time. You would think they would have been.
What's crazy is he thought about it too. He was like, he sat on the wall for a second, was like, do I do this?
They're adjusting, they're scaling.
Probably shouldn't jump into a Ruby, but hey, whatever. Let's go for it.
3. You're going to see the Luminous Lord now on the top side. Massive gold lead. Actually, I wouldn't say too massive. It is up by about 5K, though, for the side of Godspeed at the 17
guys,
mark.
just get the game.
The ADCs, though, and the damage.
Like I said, we don't want to burn this jersey tonight.
Sword all ready to go.
Yeah, and I want to say Restart's starting to really come online with his diversions. So when it comes to
this is G's right here.
Fights, Maple Leafs having a hard time knowing where the enemy
this is G's right here.
Because they could literally be anywhere.
Come on, boys.
That you have checked a few seconds ago. Boom.
Come on, boys.
Team is there finding the flank on you.
Oh God. Big, I'm offended.
Onto 2 members of Godspeed. They are going to be able to disengage. Still 2 high grounds with minions starting to push.
Yeah, now all Godspeed really has to do is just wait for them to push out, right? Wait for them to make a mistake. This next Lord will be spawning in, and they should be able to take it. They have a diversion to keep Maple Leaf on their toes as well. Maple Leaf, though, they're going to be a little aggressive, right? They're going to try and go in for the risky play. They just need to find Syrie. If they can take him down, or even Shiro, it's a good start to be able to earn this game.
Ooh, Divine in a little bit of trouble. Does have to get, he gets rid of some of that Faraga armor, gets rolled out on the backside. Look at the angles. That right now, Godspeed has just such great map presence and map control. Whether you've got Shiro all over the map on that Finch pose, or you have the threat of Restart with that diversion
Finch pose
from the Lu Yi, getting the team anywhere on the map. 48 seconds left on this next Lord. If there is going to be a play from Maple Leafs, I feel like it has to be here.
It definitely has to be here, right? I mean, we're only getting later and later. The respawn timers are climbing, and right now Godspeed is in control, but not
Shiro, don't do it, bro.
a lot, right?
Don't do it, Shiro.
Have to boil down to the macro and the
Don't do it, bro.
This late in the
Bro.
game, this
Bro.
is where Maple Leaf realizes, hey, we
Comrade.
can be a little bit more aggressive. We can test
Don't
the
do
waters.
it.
If we catch just one member out of position, it could be the difference in winning this game. You're looking at a good split push, though, from Shiro. This is where the Ling starts to come into handy when it comes to wave management, right? He went to the top. Now he's going to go to the bottom. He's going to clear both out, which allows Godspeed to group up, and they have restart with the diversion when they're ready to go in for a possible counterplay against Maple Leafs invasion, trying to be a little greedy in their jungle.
Yeah, and you can see here.
Leave the one minion. Shiro, leave the one minion. Come on, bro.
Go ahead, start pushing onto the side lane. Creates that. Now Maple Leafs have
He
to
whiffed that,
answer.
bro.
So as soon as they see
He's
Nasty
supposed to
Wave,
leave
they're
one
gonna go
minion.
all in on this Lord. You see them immediately go.
Really,
Nasty
he
Wave
could have
shows
left
up,
that
so they're
wave.
gonna go ahead, start on this
He
Lord.
could have left that wave because he had 2 waves that would have
He's
slow
not gonna be
pushed.
part of this fight very early. They're trying to find the targets down. Out comes the glorious pathway. A pop-up onto all 3 members. Immortality has been procced in the back. Yureshi uses a flicker to find himself some safety right now. Lord has been pushed back as well. A kill, shadow kill, is going to be able to find its target down there. It doesn't.
Luigi, shadow kill.
Able to get away. Shadow kill lands onto Shiro. He does use the Tempest of Blades. And down goes
No, this is a TFB jersey right here.
That is a retry down for Maple Leafs. They are not going to be able to 50-50 this Lord.
It's not a retry down. Oh, Nasty Wayne's out. That's why it's a retry down. Oh, Godspeed! Oh, Godspeed! For the love of Godspeed!
But it is not enough as J-Law takes him down. 2 down for the side of Godspeed. They can't even go for the Lord right now as Shiro runs off to find his split push.
That was a good play by Maple Leaf to delay the Lord push from the side of Godspeed. They were almost able to take that, but they bought themselves a little bit of time. But how much time is the question? Toru getting into position. They still don't have the retribution for Maple Leaf, but Godspeed, they're down 2 members. They're down their ADC, which means they know they'll lose.
The logo does look kind of similar, or just the shirt, the jersey looks kind of similar.
Yeah, finally, Nasty Wayne comes online. He's finally back here. Not 50%.
Yeah, they could survive.
Onto this Lord.
They could survive a Lord push.
Keeping vision, making sure that his team knows. In comes Shiro, looking for an opportunity, and they pull out the Lord.
Don't mess up. Don't mess up, man.
Keep this game in action.
All right.
They do
Don't mess up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Here comes Glorious Pathway.
Shiro has ult. He has ult. He has ult. He's good. He's good.
Comes out and he finds himself an escape.
Oh, there you go, boys. There you go. You're actually down.
Joybaj, Sairi finds the kill onto Yureshi. The rest
Look at top lane. Look at bottom lane.
turning their attention to this
Shiro,
Lord.
stop trying to be a fucking
Heads up the front line to head off Maple
big
Leaf.
brain.
Joybaj misses
Uh-oh.
himself a little
Shiro's
bit of
going for it.
slingshot there. Shadow
Shiro's going for it. 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 What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro? Just go for it.
isn't gonna be able to find it.
You gotta be the dumbest animal in captivity.
Immortality. Can Shiro find himself an escape? He does not. And just like that, Maple Leafs may have found themselves an answer, may have found themselves a free Lord.
They may have just costed themselves the game as well. I mean, that just definitely was not the move. Shiro overstayed his welcome over there.
Why didn't he just focus base?
Like you said, missing that slingshot.
Why would he go back to try to fight?
They had a 3-man setup right there, but then it led to them being able to take down restart. But here's the split push. Sairi.
Yeah, Sairi trying to put on the speedy light wheel. Is it going to be enough? Shadow kill is out. Down goes a Sairi.
Oh, God.
From the split push.
Baji boy.
Hanging on by a thread, trying their best to answer some of these split pushes coming from Godspeed.
Well, that should be a guaranteed Lord now for the side of Maple Leaf. Shiro's not going to be there inside. Maybe a diversion play.
Bro,
and
Shiro
a quick
could have locked
kill
on base
from restart.
and ended.
Yeah, Nasty Wayne's going to go ahead and cancel back. Toru
If he didn't go back, why would he go back?
Diversion is out.
Why did he go back to kill J-Law? Why did he go back for the
this
Zask? Like, why did he hit it? He cleared all the minions. He had a tank minion. I think he had like 2 tank minions.
Godspeed can defend. If
We don't hit the tower if there's a hero. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's North America.
Still not in, so
We don't focus
burst down
towers.
this
We
floor.
focus heroes,
Marching
baby.
Down the mid lane, the red carpet has been rolled out. Maple Leaf ready to deny the bonus round and claim game number 3. Can they do it? A 5v5 is now on the way.
Yeah, a great job by Divine to kind of distract the Lord and try to drag him out. Here comes the speedy light wheel getting bursted down. Shiro perched up, looking for an angle. Can't find one from the back. Joybosh finds a hit onto Yureshi. I'm offended there as well. Joybosh getting bursted down. He might not survive. Immortality has been procced for him, and down goes Joybosh.
Hero, bro.
Oh, yeah, with him bursted down.
What are you doing, bro?
Roamer. Shiro quickly trying to provide the way management. He's having such
a major
impact on
they see you, bro.
Maple Leaf from closing this out, right? Every time he's going to the side lanes, he's making the most out of that Finch pose to be able to take down these minions to stop the push to end this game from Maple Leaf.
Shiro has become the almighty. Oh, gets a shadow kill.
Good minions, good minions, good minions.
Go,
go, Shiro. Go, 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 go.
Comes the Tempest of Blades, and none of the
Put your freaking big boy pants on, bro. Oh, you got another blade. Good job.
The CC that he is looking for.
I'll give you that one.
Man, they could not get Shiro.
You redeemed yourself.
At all. He's just able to get in there, able to get what he needs, and gets out. Even with 3 members of Maple Leaf on his tail. This is going to be another battle, possibly for this Lord, spawning in the next minute. The longest game we've seen so far between Godspeed and Maple Leaf for our final series of the day. We're looking at the items. Everybody stacked out. Lots of immortality. There's 4 immortalities on the side of Maple Leaf for a second chance at an engagement. 2 immortalities for the side of Godspeed.
Win a crown, fool.
We are seeing some winner crowns popping in there as well, especially from Lu Yi, who did have a lot of good placements.
Baji boy. Baji boy.
Is out.
Baj.
The bait. They do not go far enough, so
they get a ult for a conceal.
Godspeed, but man, Shiro is all over the map, man. You see him at the bottom lane. You know that they're going to go ahead and start this fight as soon as they see Shiro on the line. He shows himself down there. They are running away, so they're not going to be able to take advantage of this. And now split pushing, that is going to have to be dealt with as you see J-Law going to the bottom lane.
Man, both sides fighting for their life. It only takes one mistake for the difference of who will be victorious for.
Am I really going to burn this jersey?
Now at the 26-minute mark, Luminous Lord spawned in.
I'm thinking about it.
Let's take this opportunity.
If Baji Boy loses this game, if Baji Boy goes 0-4.
I'm offended. Restart in trouble. Almost gets a stun for his efforts. Glorious Pathway comes out possibly a little bit too early. Now they have to answer the waves, and the Lord is started right now by the side of Godspeed. Is Nasty Wayne going to be able to get back in time?
This is my Baj jersey. This is my priceless Team First Blood Baj jersey.
The rest of Godspeed have to back up. In comes Yureshi, and the Lord is reset now. They're doing such a great job. They bait the Lord out to try to answer Nasty Wayne because he's not clearing the minions. He's waiting for his minions to spawn so that it can meet the minions halfway. And now Maple Leafs are going to have to answer these waves. If now, maybe later, here comes a diversion out. Does not go through with it. Minions have been cleared out, and starting to take a position around the Lord is Godspeed. You look at Shiro coming down from that Finch pose. This might be the last Lord. 10% is out there. Joybaj. Yureshi comes in. Are they going to be able to find it? Sairi finds the Lord. Glorious Pathway is out. Maple Leafs are unable to punish the Godspeed for it.
What?
Godspeed gets Lord? Did Godspeed get Lord? Yes.
Godspeed,
okay.
The Luminous Lord now on the top side.
Sorry, I went blank for a minute. I wasn't even paying attention for a second. I was looking at the screen, but I was looking past the screen.
The split push from Shiro. Too much to deal with, forcing Nasty Wayne to stay back in the base, which extends the distance for being able to get that retribution and be a part of these Lord takes. And it is
this is Lord number 5.
A charm now.
The bulky boy.
Just
nobody die beforehand, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, nasty.
Tada.
They make short work of Maple Leaf's jungler. This does not bode well for a Lord.
Tada. Conceal.
Reshi having to back up. Glorious pathway up at the top. Joy Baj trying to defend up at the top.
Sire, what are you doing? What are you doing, Sire? Get on the base. Tada. Get on the fucking base, guys. What are y'all doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, Godspeed.
That was too close. But your jersey lasts today, Baji boy.
Strong for them to be able to burst down, and that just shows you how late of a game.
Good job. I won't burn your jersey.
Right there, the longest game of this entire series, and the first victory for Godspeed, a potential to take.
Let me send him a message.
Game number 5. They just need one more. But the question
Good job.
is, can they do it? It wasn't an easy victory, right? It was really
I won't burn
a match of ping pong. It could have landed
your jersey now.
Yeah, and they had no answer for the split pushing. They could only respond to it after it happened. So, I mean, a great job for the side of Godspeed, realizing that they were losing some of these fights. They weren't going to be able to match it up. And then starting with the split pushing, like, bro, I want to say at the end, toward the late game, they just went like 110% split push. Shiro tried to get it. They weren't able to find it. Then Sairi went for it with Joy Baj. They weren't able to get it. Then Shiro was back up, and he's like right back at it, and they were able to hit Maple Leafs from all of these different angles that they just were not able to keep up with in the end.
Yeah, they were able to close it out for that game, giving them another chance to even out this series and find a way to climb up that ladder in points as we are in.
Can they take game 4 though? Can they go 2-2?
Hard to give an MVP on this one, right? I mean, it was an interesting composition too. It wasn't the easiest thing for Godspeed to pull off, but they found a way to do it, and that's what they're gonna have to do again in the next match if they want to have a chance to shut down Maple Leaf. Now, Maple Leaf going forward from here, they got to have an answer to the split pushes. That's really what was breaking them down in that late game, not able to match Shiro, outcutting and finding the opportunity.
I don't know if you saw it there, but Restart had like 145,000 damage dealt for his team, which was just an amazing amount for the Lu Yi on there, which meant that like every single time they were getting caught, they were connecting those yin-yangs here. And you see here the objectives 12-7 in favor of Godspeed, and the gold per minute, man. They were actually behind when it came to the gold per minute, but able to kind of find those angles that they needed for the split pushes.
Yeah, down to the nitty gritty is what it kind of boiled to, with both of these sides fighting it out on these engagements. And you're going to see the MVP go to Divine over there, just having a really good game. But honestly, it's a really hard one to kind of give it to, because I feel like everybody was just
and Koriki,
this match was all over the place.
Koriki, my man.
You want to say it was one player, but overall it was just the
Koriki, my man.
Even say like
Koriki,
rotating
Koriki, my man.
that opportunity.
Koriki.
If anybody got the
what
MVP,
accent do I hit with that?
It should be him. But just tracked off the stats, I guess maybe you can give it to Divine. But this gives them another window of opportunity to claim this series in their favor.
Yeah, the only thing is, I want to say Ling was on what? It's hard. I know Divine gets the MVP here, but the big part of the story too has to go to the split pushing from Shiro on this Ling. I don't think that that's going to be a mistake that the side of Maple
TREX
make again.
She's coming
that
tonight. I don't know.
That
I have no clue
for them in the side lanes again.
What the preface of this comment is.
Game number 4. What does Maple Leaf do here, right? Godspeed, they got the momentum.
I mean, after this stream, she might be coming tonight, but that's all on me, really. You know, who knows?
That's the question we have to ask, right? Game 1 and 2, you got to see a little bit of a struggle for them getting online and finding those opportunities, but I would say they're starting to scale. And this seems to be the pattern with a lot of these teams this season, right? You think it's going to be one-sided. You see one team dominate in game 1, and you're like, okay, it should be the same thing in 2, 3, possibly 4. But that's not what we're seeing. We're seeing the
your kid
side start to even out.
But you're having a kid, bro?
To find where they went wrong and match it.
Bro, I don't think you ever told me you were having a kid, bro.
And that's what we got to see inside of game number 3. So definitely credits over there to Godspeed. But
I do not think you ever told me that.
Take us to a bonus round.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game here. It might take us, it might be overtime for us casters.
Or it was a long time ago, bro.
Finally seeing that bonus round if Godspeed can mount us another victory here against Maple Leafs. I expect right now, Maple Leafs, I expect that Ling to be taken off of the table, but who do you change out for it? I want to say they've had, what, it was the Fanny, Fovius, and Bane.
Well, I'm looking through chats right now. I'm like, I don't think we ever had that conversation.
They have first pick here, so they don't even need to give.
First of all,
congratulations,
and I'm sorry if I do not remember that.
When they played it,
but that's amazing, bro.
I mean,
tonight, like it's what are you doing on chat? Get out of my stream, bro. I get it though. You need somewhere to talk about this. You need somewhere to be like, yo, bro, this is happening. Congrats. Don't mess up on cutting the umbilical cord, and you're not a man unless you cut the umbilical cord. Thirdly,
when they were drafting, right?
It's crazy.
We saw them just ban out the Bane, and they're like, okay, we can pressure in the early phase.
It's okay if you cry.
They took out that jawhead.
It's okay if you don't cry as well.
Help them stop having the assassin pressure.
Good luck,
in the
bro.
early phase. But without that jawhead, it seems
it's
like
a journey.
They found their answer. They're able to kind of
welcome.
Assassins. So I wonder, even if they don't pick the link,
yeah, you guys wouldn't really understand, but yeah, that's the thing.
I think overall, Godspeed, that was a really good game for them, right? I was hoping that it wouldn't be.
For all we know, the baby is literally like coming out right now, and Corky's like, "Wait, let me jump on the TREX stream real quick."
Compared to Series 1, and that just shows you, you know, we've been here since the beginning. We've seen a lot of. We've been.
Bro, you're lucky you got to. Are you telling me?
Gap in competition to where we predicted it was just an all.
You're lucky you got to choose the name. Let me just say that.
With this series, it wasn't unanimous, right? It was almost an even.
Especially since it's a girl.
Who voted for each team?
Yeah,
you're lucky you got to choose the name.
For me, it's going to be on who picks up this Ling. Do they pick up the Ling, and does the enemy get the Jawhead? I want to say it wasn't just the Ling pick. It was the fact that Jawhead
super proud of you,
banned,
Deku.
which was, I want to say,
you'll be a great dad.
Ling on easy mode for the side of
you'll be a great girl dad.
Taken off the table, they had a much harder fight ahead of them to be able to kind of be successful, and they found themselves on the back end of a lot of split push and a lot of needing to be everywhere at once, and they couldn't even put their focus anywhere for a lot of these team fights, and to the point that they were getting ready for a Lord, they were warmed up, and then they see Ling on the opposite end. They're like, God,
that's crazy, man.
Back, and they all have to.
That's super crazy
to find to be able to stop the push.
Yeah, and it was just forcing you know, their jungle in a very awkward position. He was not able to kind of join these team fights because he had to go back with the Hayabusa to clear the waves. It was the wave management that was really crucial to closing out that late.
It's going to be a hell of a next 9 months, bro.
Favor. And like you said, the MVP, it went to Divine.
I'll let you know that too.
In my opinion, the wave management is what really helped them win that game.
If your girl plans on being extremely adamant on breastfeeding, you're very lucky.
When the game began,
because it means you don't have to wake up as much in the middle of the night. I was one of those lucky people. My girl was very big on, like, she wanted to do as little bottle feeding as possible.
And that's how he kind of started the game off, right? We were kind of
which
like,
means she was one who got up most nights.
Teleported there, but I mean, it didn't really do anything. But then out of nowhere, man, a switch just turned on.
So that's a lucky thing.
A light bulb popped up, and it was like it was a whole different player. And he was able to find the opportunities with Joy Bosch. I was asking how the Kufra and the Lu Yi combination worked out, and it was interesting.
Yeah, Harper was like, she was
the entire time.
So great in so many things. The only thing we had a lot of trouble with was sleep. Sleep was like, and not just like even past like the first 9 months or year. So like Harper, it took us a long, like probably like 2 years to get her on a solid sleep schedule. Like it was really bad for a while. But everything else she was awesome with. And I think every kid normally has like one thing, whether it's like eating or sleep or tantrums or this or that. Every kid has something, but
started getting into the late game. The presence on the map, you had to watch for diversions. You didn't know.
Bro, I hate washing milk bottles, but now it's all sippy cups, man. Sippy cups suck washing too.
For a lot of this fight, combine that with the split pushing, and there was no way for them to ever be at ease or to ever fully commit.
It's like you, and I don't have a dishwasher, so it's like you wash everything else in the sink. And then the bottles are sitting there, and you're just like,
it was harder for them to be able to
okay, I guess I finally got to do those too.
Compared to what we saw.
It's like I hate washing silverware. I'll do all the dishes sometimes and be like, Kaylin, you're washing the silverware. I'm not doing it. You're like, nah. For some reason, I just hate hand washing silverware. It's so tedious, bro.
I'm manifesting this into reality.
Yeah, we might get one here if they can continue to take this momentum. But like I said, a lot of the answers
I'll say this,
in the last game
you get used to the crying. I think as a man too, the crying is much easier to deal with. And it's to a point now where, like, even in public, when other babies cry, I just laugh now. Like when I see like kids crying and like throwing tantrums, I'm just like, like it's just funny to me now. It doesn't bother me at all. The sleep thing was big for me. It was like, it got to a point where it was like, girl, you gotta fucking sleep, man. Like,
yeah, Ling should be the priority.
And there's a lot of different views on that, you know, like the cried out method, and some families don't believe in it, some families do. I don't know. That's what you and your girl gotta come. Those talks are important to have early on. Like, what are your thoughts on sleep? Do you believe in letting them cry themselves to sleep? Do you know, like Caitlyn was very against letting them cry to sleep, and I was more on the train of like, just let her cry, she'll get to sleep, you know. But it was something we didn't really agree on, and in the end Caitlyn won out on the argument.
The table for grabs is the Ling known. That's the question. You mentioned the Ling and the Jawhead.
But yeah, so it's just, you know,
who's victorious in this series, and now Ling is up for the taking. Do they take it here though? Do they feel like maybe it was the Lu Yi that caused the difference?
That was a lot of dad talk. Sorry for everyone here for MLBB.
The split push. Was it really the answer?
Well, some of those things
them and won the game, or was it that Lu Yi on those quick teleports?
I think a lot of couples
to be able to take those
don't
objectives. They are going to go ahead and take the Ling though, and I think that is the smartest thing they can do here. But now, what does Godspeed do to respond?
My daughter's name is Harper, and my girl's name is Caitlyn.
To a Ling because you just took off his biggest counter from the playing field.
But I feel like a lot of couples really don't have some of those conversations early on, and it can lead to like arguments and fights later on, like especially when it comes in terms of like rearing your children and raising your children, you know, like discipline, like, you know, like just little things, like how do we handle. Caitlyn is nice. My Caitlyn is spelled with a C. It's C. It's a little different. It's Caitlin.
So this is the beauty.
So it's actually like the exact opposite version of your Caitlyn.
In the draft, there's so many combinations that you can do, and they all work really well. But the Ling, that's what's been the highlight of today's series. Can it pull Maple Leaf?
The Ling has been a highlight.
Or
they got the Hylos.
Godspeed found an answer.
Well,
locking a Ruby for the Ling
on the field too, which can kind of find you an angle around this Hylos. But the Hylos is
good luck, Quirky.
Something that's going to have to burst it down.
Good luck, Deku.
And that kind of
I still don't really like calling you Quirky.
Needing a marksman in your lane. You're not going to be able to go with that flex Ruby or that flex Edith or something into the marksman lane just because.
Good luck, brother.
You're going to need
brother man.
Eventually, Hylos is going to get too big. He's going to get too powerful.
That's crazy, man.
Something that can maybe meld well with the Demon Hunter sword to be able to kind of bring him down. Right now, you're going to have a huge early game for the side of Godspeed. They're going to be able to take these objectives. They're going to have Hylos.
It is a bit weird, bro.
Hylos push back an entire team with those first two lords with a glorious pathway just because of how strong he can get in those opening moments. On the side of Maple Leafs, they scoop up Edith and they scoop up the Valentina,
Elias
which
Volt,
means that they're going to have that IMU. They're going to have the threat of being able to take maybe this Eternal Guardian from restarts. I don't really think you're going to have well, you could have a glorious pathway out there as well.
Yeah,
guys,
and they're going to go ahead and pick up the Cho.
Guys,
Joy Bosch. We got to see him.
This is some racist ass shit, man. You guys are you're pretty much saying like every handsome white guy looks alike, bro. That's what you're telling me.
That could be something to keep Maple Leaf on their toes, right? I mean, the way the Dragon can definitely isolate, kind of like the Jawhead with the ejector, right? I mean, it's kind of similar to it. Maybe that's why they did it. If the Jawhead can do it, hey, Cho
yeah, the color
can
scheme
too.
is cool.
And if anybody can pull it off, it's definitely Joy Bosch. But looking at both compositions right now, we're seeing the Vexana, we're seeing the Valentina. You mentioned things that the Valentina can profit on, and now the Way of the Dragon is an additional tool that can be, dumped in that bag. But we have yet to see what marksmans are going to come online, right? The Alice gets banned out. There goes the Wan. We've seen Zia on the Wan, how much of a impactful force it can have in this fall season. But there's still a lot on the table, right?
Ooh, EXP Hylos. Baji on the Choi.
The Roger, who has yet to be picked up for this series, for this game. And
Baji Cho?
Because we don't know who the jungler is for Godspeed.
They still have some options. I want to say Harith might not be a pick just because of the Cho on the field. And Joey Baj has a magnificent Cho. I remember way back in the day when it was BTK taking on Area 77, the Cho was probably the only thing that could stop some of the assassins that that BTK was able to bring out. Whether it was a Karina, he was able to get in there, find the Way of the Dragon. And we saw a huge example of this in the last series, how well it can kind of get in and isolates folks from the enemy team. Oh, and then a big focus onto the assassins from the side of Maple Leafs as we take down Nolan, we take down the Hayabusa, which only really
I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. BRB.
I'm not even sure what that kind of leaves open for them sides. I mean,
Roger
Alpha pickup possibly. Roger, you talked about. As far as assassins are concerned, I don't know, maybe Hellcurt. Hellcurt really hasn't been a mainstay in the meta so far yet, especially here in North America.
Maybe we see another Lancelot game today. I mean, you never know. These teams are full of surprises. But yeah, there's not really an ADC picked up yet. They're going to go ahead and go in. Okay, so this should be a Roger picked up for the jungle. Considering they picked up the Ruby, it's the only thing that I can kind of make sense of here. If not, it's definitely going to be one of those surprises that I always look forward to. But they do need a little bit more push potential, right? This is why I think they have to have the Roger now to be able to extend that range and deal that damage. But is that what they're going to go in for? Now, Maple Leaf on the other side, they have this Ling. It's been such a threat. It's been able to do a lot of things.
Advice, man. Now these life lessons.
Diggy. Well,
True Spirit, did you just hear all the stuff I said earlier?
What's going on?
Are you behind?
What is this?
I'm actually a little confused that we do see the Freya come out as well. If that's going to be in the marksman lane, that's going to be a first for me as well.
This is good for Godspeed.
Good amount of sustain, a good amount of early game damage, just a little lacking when it comes to some of the range. It's an interesting combination here. It's something almost a Hail Mary from the side of Maple Leafs, I want to say. Unfortunately, this is kind of what I've started to expect from the side of Maple Leafs when it comes to some of those last matches. Last week we saw the sun come out too. Maybe maybe we get a little more indecisive when it becomes those high situations where we go with
what is this?
We normally wouldn't. A Granger on the other side as
it's like they both agreed.
So
all right, we're each gonna pick one cheese pick.
This is gonna be very interesting. This is a lot of heroes that we don't normally see.
Now, I'm over here looking at chats. I'm trying to figure out, like, is this a redraft? Because I'm asking a lot of questions here. I mean, these are heroes that were at the very bottom of my list to select here. I mean, we got a Diggy, a Freya. I'm over here thinking, is Mikasa over here on Maple Leaf? Like, what's going on? Pulling out the Granger when I guess, hey, we said they needed a marksman. I mean, especially with that Ruby running in that gold lane, and I guess maybe Granger can do it. We've seen a YSS step into the scene before as well, so they're definitely keeping things interesting. Now, keep in mind, this is a risky play, though, in my opinion, from Maple Leaf. Like, they need to secure this victory. They need to get the 3-1. They cannot afford for Godspeed to take this 2-2. This game literally could be why either one of these teams do not make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, this is a very interesting composition coming out from both of these teams. We're going to know in a few
I don't know what's going on, guys.
This is the right composition. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at game 4 of a possible 5 if Godspeed can mount and keep the momentum that they got from the last game. There are no pauses. It looks like this is going to be the compositions that we're going with, Wheezy.
I am at a loss for words, but hey, I'm all for it, man. We wanted some surprises, and they are bringing it. The Granger Danger is now going to be locked inside
Granger Danger. Granger Danger. It's that Stranger Danger, bro.
Wayne on this Ling, who we've seen be such a threat But now, I mean, Granger's gonna have to watch out because Ling has dive potential if he wants to focus him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Diggy Freya
really not at the
is like a variation of Hanabi Lolita.
Ling Hayabusa, like there's just no shot that Granger's going to be able to get.
I don't really see it, bro.
He might be able to dash out of.
There's no shield. There's no marksman. There's. I don't know. I don't really see it, bro.
You're going to have some issues.
I don't really see it
from their side when it comes to contesting some of these objectives.
Yeah, it's almost like. I feel like
I guess their shield.
To go to Game 5. They want to be the first to make history for this in ACT. That's the only thing I can possibly think about with this.
There's lots of shield, right? I guess between the two.
What has to bring to the table, right? Is this?
But I mean, like, there's no shield that
does he have
Hanabi sits behind and just bada 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 bada.
Talking about for ages for NACTs to come.
I think the only thing they have alike is they were very unexpected.
Ready to earn their spot. Ready to gain these points.
Yeah, you see good positioning. Shiro kind of doing a great job on this Lord.
When I said shield, though, I meant like, oh! I meant like the bulwark. Oh, it's G's. It's G's.
Be a wrap for Shiro's Granger. Divine caught with the reverse time. A big pop-up there and another kill on the belt.
Granger versus Ling is a horrible matchup.
To get 3 kills in a row. I mean, it's a risky play. It's going to be very hard, though. I mean, Shiro, he's running the Granger.
It's a horrible matchup, man.
He has to get these kills. And he needs protection on top of that, right? And if he doesn't have any of these, your team's not meeting these objectives.
Ling is like the death of marksman jungle, bro.
Start rolling that snowball very early.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if they, oh man, I want to say maybe we went with something a little bit more comfortable for each player there.
Especially Granger, because Granger
he's been very favorable.
Shoots in a straight line, man.
Toru actually trying to take it to Sairi.
He's got no,
from the flank.
like,
he's going to try to disengage. Oh, does find it. I'm offended with the flicker. Does use the ultimate, and it is not going to be enough. That Valkyrie's descent making a momentary.
You know what I think would be a great buff for Granger?
Members of Godspeed have the
you make his skill, I forget what it's called, but when he's just like boom, 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 his first skill or whatever, his second skill, you make it where he can spin while doing it. You make it so he can turn.
3-1.
Make it so he can turn.
10K to 9K right now.
Like you hold down the skill.
I have mixed emotions about this game. I wonder how Pavel is going to have an impact with this Diggy. That's really what I'm looking at. I mean, once you saw them invade, once you saw them defended, I mean, there's not really much you can do.
You have
there.
like
you couldn't even close the distance to get the time.
5 seconds to shoot 5 shots, and you can move around while doing it.
Down, so it's not really. I feel like he's not going to be a threat.
Like he can move it in any direction, exactly.
Kills on, so they have to be a little bit more careful, right? When you don't have a strong frontline tank. And you have
it'd be a big buff to him.
Playing that role, you got to be a little bit more decisive on what you decide to engage on, especially if they're going to start ganking and outnumbering you on top of that. Then you have to at least match the numbers.
Like Kimmy, yeah.
To rotate down, you need somebody there to kind of make up the difference.
Except it's not really like Kimmy because it's got a cooldown. It's a skill that he can only use.
On the
whatever, you know.
Speed right now, it can be a detriment.
Warning, I thought there's a hurricane already passed, man.
Counter is just burst damage. Things like Gord, things like Vexana,
bunch of Florida's fucking hurt, bro. Even some of the northern states above us, like after the hurricane went in, it still did a. But normally hurricanes don't have that much life, but this thing messed up Asheville up in Tennessee, like it. I mean Carolina, it messed up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, not going to really have too heavy of an impact. They lost that turret. Even though they had 3 kills, losing that turret means that Godspeed technically is in the lead right now because they have ground control. We are going to go ahead and see this turtle spawn in, though, here in the next 5 seconds, and a heavy blue rotation around it from Maple Leaf. We got to see how Godspeed tries to.
I'm okay. A bunch of my city is not okay. All the beaches where I live are.
Even go in and try and take down Pavel is the game plan.
Gone, man.
And just like that, we were talking about
the beaches are like destroyed, yo.
Goes Pavel on this. A glorious pathway is out, looking for an opportunity. Nasty Win still gets the Lord in a little bit of trouble now. Is Toru trying to look for an escape. Yureshi putting some damage out as well. Finds the kill onto Sairi. The back line of Godspeed looking for an escape. That is a lord or a turtle.
Like in where I live, in the county that I live in, there's a long strip of beaches, and they're not like, and it's not beaches like, they're islands. It's essentially a long strip of islands that ride right next to the mainland.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
and a lot of people live on those islands. Like, they're very popular. Like, people come to Florida just to go to these strips of islands. And those islands are fucking...
That's how fast a Freya can work. And on the opposite
I have to show you guys on a map, really.
Of his own.
No, it's not the Caribbean.
Match a tower for a tower, possibly. You're going to see still Maple Leaf in the lead, though, 2-1 in terms of at least turrets for this game.
Look up Clearwater Beach on a map
compared to the other matches.
In Florida.
Oh, yeah, Pavel gets caught again. Way of the Dragon is out. Oh, but the reverse time actually backs him up. Restart with the finishing touches there as well. Yureshi taking a ton of
You'll see Pinellas, or just look up Pinellas County, Florida. Look up Pinellas County, Florida. And then there's the Tampa Bay area. And then there's the Gulf. Hold on, big plays. Come on. 3 for 3. He's down.
Looking for an escape, but Nasty Wayne with that Tempest of Blade chases him down.
All right, they just got to be having fun out here, because there wasn't even an objective to fight for right there. Everybody just said, let's meet up in the mid and see who can withstand the other. And it looks like Maple Leaf was able to win that engagement. Now 9-5. Turtle is going to spawn in. You are looking at a goal lead of about 3K in Maple Leaf's favor.
Yeah, I want to say it's sloppy, but it's working. It's basically two contenders standing in the middle of the ring, trying to see who can duke it out. And right now, Maple Leafs is really winning the slugfest.
Yeah, they're definitely having weighted gloves when it comes to these fights. And
yeah, Granger smoked,
take
man.
That lightly. Shiro yet to find a kill. We talked about the Granger. If he doesn't get online early, he has a hard time catching up in the damage necessary, especially being the marksman.
Big I'm offended under the tower does force out the time journey from Pavel, and they are going to go ahead and save this mid tower.
Yeah, able to save
Tony Active, thank you, man.
We know when that turret
Happy
falls,
newlywed, my guy. Wish the best for you and your wife. I appreciate it.
On your side of the jungle, and Godspeed wants no part of that. Now, Pavel, he's doing good on the diggy. I'm surprised, right? I mean, he did great on the jawhead, but he's 0-2-8 on this diggy. He has 8 assists so far. It looked like a rough start, but he's been able to find that distance and be impactful, as we've seen some of the items on the board and engagement on the way.
Yeah, Yureshi gets caught. Look at the chain CC. He doesn't even
answer your question. Yes, I was behind. I was doing laundry and stuff, but I'm caught up now. That's good.
Onto him, and able to burst him down.
Oh, they got a kill. But now he goes, oh. Well played, well played.
Yeah, diggy down. Just
now Boz with the split push. We're going 2-2, baby. We're going 5 games.
Go ahead and try and take this tier 2, but the denial from Nasty Wayne.
Bro, Ling.
Man, Nasty Wayne able to come in, is not able to clear out the lane, but man, the damage he was able to put onto Shiro, and that's the problem with picking a Granger into a Ling.
Could be first 5 games this season.
And then just negate yours by having the Tempest of Blades is way.
Oh, nice, I'm offended. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Toru. Toru.
Finding the kill to Joybaj.
Nasty Ling.
And they are putting on a show today, showing the world what NA is all about. They're having the time of their life out there. Right now, Maple Leaf 11-7, still finding a way to keep this game under wraps. Lord has spawned in, though. Looks like they are going to try and take control of this area, but Godspeed, I mean, they have range, right? You have the Death Sonata over there from Shiro to be able to hit from afar, but he has to be able to close that distance to get the retribution.
Ooh, you see them trying to jock for position around this Lord. It isn't even a Luminous Lord. Everybody's kind of going back and forth. Big pop-up lands. You're rushing a little bit of trouble. Way of the Dragon. 2 glorious pathways are out.
Oh!
Shiro finds a kill onto Yureshi. Tempest of Blades is out. 2 kills now for the side of Godspeed. They're able to answer back with 3 as Toru is tearing through Godspeed right now. That is a jungler. Oh, a jungler is still up for the side of Godspeed, but this is going to be a free Lord for the side of Maple Leaf.
That was a beautiful I'm Offended, though, to be able to group everybody together and get some kills, but quickly.
Yeah, last
punished by
NACT.
Maple Leaf. And with this Lord in their hands,
Felt better for me
looks like
too,
they may be able
honestly.
to take some of these tier 2 turrets, even work toward this turret
But
in the mid lane, which they've been struggling to. We see them stack up. Everybody fight.
Meta-wise, I do really like the meta right now.
To take that down,
I think meta's in a really cool place. The meta's in a really cool place right now.
They stripped them down to the inhibitor on the bot side.
But in terms of teams and competitiveness, I feel like last season was
so well with this Freya.
It's probably one of the best we had.
And he's sitting there 6-2-3 right now, just behind Nasty Wayne, who's 7-0-2. It's just amazing to see Lord at the bottom. They're still trying to put this pressure onto this mid lane, but God's doing a decent job. Glorious Pathway is out. J-Law through the back line, trying to put on some damage, is not going to be able to put on enough. Oh, look at Nasty Wayne hiding in the back. He gets caught though. Look at the amount of CC. He thought he had himself a hiding spot, but there was just way too much CC on the side of Godspeed for him to put up with.
This is the slowest Lord push I've ever seen on the bot side. They're just fighting it out of the mid.
Yeah, Glorious Pathway is out again. A huge amount of CC means that the side of Maple Leafs are not going to be able to push onto that tower. Lord crashing down at the bottom. You can see Syri going to the top to answer. Are they going to be able to save that tower? They are not. That means that mid lane, both side lanes are down to the high ground. Mid lane is the only tier 1 tower that still stands for the side of Godspeed.
The only one left standing, but the most important. So I guess, hey, that's a little bit of a victory for them. How long can they hold this off, though? I mean, you're looking at another play.
Yeah, Glorious Pathway comes out.
What are the teams in NA that can at least give a fight international? I don't know, bro.
Gets bursted down by Shiro on the backside. Joybaz goes in, is able to find himself a Jikundo.
At this, I mean, I don't know, bro.
The enemy team.
I think the real question is, this is the real question. Let's be honest here. Currently,
more and more solid. Not taking a huge, like they're starting to get.
Can our best teams
surprise damage from Maple Leaf is going to matter.
Put up a fight internationally.
Waiting to get the set with the Jikundo, trying to get a Way of the Dragon for Godspeed to capitalize on. Nasty Wayne. I mean, he's doing pretty good, right? 7-1-2 on this Ling. We've seen it be such a threat.
That's what we really need to be asking here.
Lock it in with first pick.
Can our top teams put up a fight internationally?
And Nasty Wayne able to find himself an escape. Joybaz not able to do anything. Oh, Nasty Wayne goes for Joybaz. I think he mishit. I think he wanted to go for Shiro, but accidentally the target priority took him to Joybaz. They do have a player down. Shiro goes down anyway, but at the mid lane, Syri doing great things at the mid lane, able to kind of force the rest of the team to answer.
And able to split push in the mid. He was almost able to take down that tier 2 turret. Syri, eyes on the prize, and now both sides ready to fight for this Lord.
Yeah, this is going to be a free Lord for the Maple Leafs, despite what Godspeed might be trying to do here. Big pop-up does land here. Glorious Pathway is out. Nasty Wayne waiting for an opportunity or an angle that he can find. Ooh, Toru, look at the damage that's coming out from him. Immediately able to half down Syri. J-Law putting some damage onto Joybaz. Joybaz doing the best he can to try to protect this tower. It might be all she wrote, though, as Maple Leafs able to push through. Lord at the bottom. Minions synced up for all 3 lanes. They're going to go ahead and take down another tier 2. We are left, ladies and gentlemen, to only high ground towers for the side of Godspeed. They have to answer this Lord. Are they going to be able to split up their priority as at the top? Nasty Wayne, ooh, he's not going to be able to push that. He accidentally misses a minion, so that means
Godspeed goes down here, maybe?
that lane synced up to be able to push onto the high ground. Big pop-up lands on the 3 members of the Maple Leafs. They answer with a pop-up of their own. J-Law finds a kill onto Joybot, pushing back the rest of Godspeed so they can get that mid-high ground tower. Now gonna have to answer to the top one, and this might be all
they have 0 shred, bro.
The answer for the Ling might not be that Granger.
Yeah, now they're gonna look for a finish.
Yeah, Glorious.
That Granger was a rough pick, bro. I don't know what they were thinking. Oh my God. GG's.
She wrote the last finishing touches. Maple Leaf take the game, upping their series 3-1 against Godspeed.
A lot of mixed emotions going on right now. Maple Leaf able to push through 3-1, denies the bonus round from Godspeed, who is slowly starting to scale, finding answers, but just not quick enough.
Yeah, I mean, a great game there played, especially the Freya pick coming out, able to handle the gold lane. A lot of those fights, Freya was just doing a ton of damage that could not be answered by Godspeed right away, especially when you had a decently, I want to say, squishy lineup in the early game. Hylos, I mean, is still tanky.
That Junie boy
comes along with some items, but by the time she was coming online, Freya had already gotten a decent amount of damage off already. And you can see here, for a 14-minute game there.
I mean, that was definitely entertaining. And Pavel, I was
MPL Latam, bro. Gusta la gusta.
Como un paredón sus compañeros para evitar que Narachi termine pagando con su vida. El atrevimiento, doble torreta, tortuga y 2 eliminaciones.
Their map is so dark.
En menos de un minuto, Robin.
Increíble, un 3-0 ahora sí al minuto 8 se despega un
Bro, their
poco.
graphics look so nice. Why do ours look like such shit? Why do our graphics look like shit compared to theirs, guys? Hold on, bro. Why do our graphics always look so bad, guys?
Coming out. The Freya,
like production never downloads everything. Bro, look at this. Look at this, bro.
Split pushing that.
And look at this, bro.
En cuanto a la ventaja de oro se refiere, el equipo de BTR ya tiene una tortuga, 2 para Akira. Se puede
Even when they zoom out, bro.
Objetivo y aguantar si es que no están muy bien, pero ceder también es dar ese buen plus de oro y esa iniciativa, ser reactivo hacia el rival en este caso. Ya van.
Viene la respuesta de parte de Akira hacia carril inferior. Ojo con Narachi, que va a estar completamente solo. Bien.
Aguanta Narachi.
Chequeaba el bush, sabe perfectamente la presencia de Takashi. Todos protegiendo a Gusta, que tiene la tarea de terminar la demolición del carril inferior. Afortunadamente Narachi ya tiene que haber puesto las alertas en su equipo. Sumaban fuerzas todavía más para poder ir y limpiar rápidamente. ¿Quién tiene que volver?
Bro, this is like the same part of the map, bro.
A limpiar el carril
Here
superior
is
porque
losing,
la torreta
bro.
está bastante maltratada. Baguetron, que le hace pequeño el mapa a los chicos de Akira. 25 segundos para la aparición. Quedó desposicionado. Mentira, viejo, mentira. Atento contra la herramienta. Y la gente crítica va a caer la primufre ahí. Corta.
Una embestida más y ahora quiere responder de la misma manera lanzando el engendro, volviéndose invulnerable. Lo hace volar por los aires. Se lanzan feroz y ardientemente igual los chicos de BTR. No importa que tengamos de ventaja de HP, de números.
RQ comes back here.
Y pa'lante, pero le sale mal
Big
la
wipe,
jugada.
big wipe, big wipe, big wipe.
Podría ser full mid. Tienen que correr por su vida. Por favor, que alguien mande una ambulancia, amigo. ¡No! ¡No lo puedo creer! ¿Qué está pasando? Esto es full mid race.
Bastante dañado el Frozen Neve que va a tener
Bro,
que...
did RQ Akira reverse sweep this shit, bro? They reverse sweep, bro?
Pues los dos caen noqueados.
Central ya es más largo, carril inferior, va a caer la quinta
Oh my God, bro. DTR through.
Amigos, a favor de
porque si llega a ser capturado, Paquetron no se está quedando con el suficiente daño para poder enfrentar a Akira.
es
Oh my God, bro. RQ reverse swept him, bro.
ya no quedan defensas.
I'd be so mad.
Un par de un coraje innato.
Categoría, por supuesto, experiencia, por supuesto.
That's crazy, yo. So crazy. Bro, what's Robin doing here? Why does she look like... Oh my God! What game is this? What the hell's going on here too? What the fuck? Guys, my YouTube is not safe these days, I guess. Let's click this. God! For the love of God. What game is this? This is a One Piece game? This is a One Piece game? Everyone's in normal outfits but Robin. What the fuck? What's going on down here? Did they give her a landing strip?
あんたたちどうかしたのか？俺でよ。
本当に？ちょうどよかったわ。私たちレインレースを目指してるんだけど、
Everyone just standing here like nothing's going
あん
on.
たたちこの辺は初めてみたいだな。そうかそうか。なるほどなるほど。いやあんたたち最初に会ったのが俺で。
Japanese Idol's fan service is on another level. Biggest cosplay ascent in Osaka. Freaking Robin, bro. The most coordinated 160 player raid. Bro, I feel like when I am checking my YouTube with you guys, I never see anything I want to watch. But when I'm sitting in bed, bro, I watch so many different videos. Watch so many different videos, bro. Worlds is happening for what's it called right now, huh? Bring back Robin. All right, one last look at Robin. Oh, there's some most replayed. Let's look at the most replayed. What the fuck was that? Wait, hold on. What the? Oh, okay, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here, bro. Whoa, whoa. Oh shit. Yo, Penguins is giving money, bro.
So that
Where's
is
the
definitely
money
one of
at?
the bigger ones of the year. Thanks, membership Schmousy. I'm gonna send him a message real quick.
Look what we started, guys. I click on one thing, and now half of my feed is top 17 Steam games of 2024. The adult Steam games of 2024. We get Japan Walk with 2 half-naked girls. We got Forging a Viking Axe. This girl, nobody's clicking on this video for the Viking Axe. Let's be clear, guys. Let's be clear. Nobody's clicking on this video for the Viking Axe. Chainsaw Man the movie? Beverly Hills. Love us some Beverly Hills videos. YouTube knows you more than you know yourself. Ah, yes, married men. We know what we have to show you. SpongeBob conspiracy theory? Is this the one? Holy shit, there's so much here. 4 hours long.
Can you make more SpongeBob theories?
Is this like where?
Can you make
bro, it's
more
4.5
SpongeBob
hours
theories?
long.
Where's the new SpongeBob conspiracy?
Alex,
theory?
can make more SpongeBob?
More SpongeBob theories.
I know there's the one where like.
I get it. Listen, I'm done making SpongeBob theories. I already gave you guys 8 big ones, and then I made a
Where like what's his
whole
name
web
is
series
like
about
killing everybody or something? Isn't there one where like freaking?
making SpongeBob theories. I already gave you guys 8, okay? But since we're wrapping up this SpongeBob chapter of my channel off just for you, conspiracy content, new idea ever before after each of them. And hey, make sure you subscribe. Sponge changed my is Squidward's rival from high school band class.
So, I just took
Squilliam
Squilliam Fancy Son. Squilliam Fancy Son. Squilliam Fancy Son.
Squilliam Fancy Son III is Squidward's rival from high school band class.
So, I just took my private yacht across my private lake to my private heliport.
He's more wealthy, popular, and talented than Squidward.
It's his
He
alter
always
ego. It's
loved
not
his
really
face.
him.
That's
He's
right.
not real.
I'm living your dream.
Squilliam's not
Squidward.
real.
Oh, just succeeding in everything you failed in.
But I intend to prove that he's a fraud, using his wealth to make himself seem more popular and talented than he actually is. He goes to ridiculously extreme and expensive lengths to humiliate Squidward and show his superiority, and I'm gonna prove it. Evidence number 1, the pet hospital. We first meet Squilliam in Season 2, Episode 15, Band Geeks.
What are we
the
watching
episode
now?
opens with Squidward playing the clarinet and getting a knock on the door.
I don't have time for this. I know the Miss Puff theory.
We're with the pet hospital down the street, and I understand you
What's
have a
the best
dying
theory
animal
here?
on
We'll
the
watch one
premises.
theory.
Immediately after, Squidward gets a call from Squilliam.
Hello, you've reached the house of unrecognized talent. Please start after the... Sounds as though you've got a dying animal to attend to, eh, old chum?
I believe that not only was
Bro, now we get this. Panchinko. Guys, we've corrupted my channel, bro. OnlyFans band speed 1 world record. It's all over now, guys. One step away from transparent Hall of Triumph videos. I've seen those before. Dragon's Lair, all Daphne scenes. Guys, come on. Thing. Just all the scenes with Daphne. None of these have Daphne in them. Or is Daphne a girl? Wait,
did you know, back in 2019, Studio Trigger animated a 30-second advertisement for Dungeon Meshi Volume 8, recreating some iconic moments from the first half of Season 1, but with very different shading and colors, such as Senshi preparing a mandrake, the party exploring the second floor, cooking a slime, encountering the Kraken, eating said Kraken, running from the Red Dragon, Marcel in bed with Fallon, and finally the three parties facing up against Chimera
watching Dungeon
Fallon.
Meshi?
It's a neat piece of obscure Dungeon Meshi media. I'll also leave it
pretty good. Search dot? Just dot. Oh god. Nah, I'm good. I don't know what the fuck this is. What the hell was this?
What the fuck? 2,000 years ago, an island's discovered. In the middle of it, a bottomless hole full of valuable, mysterious artifacts. Humans, being the greedy, opportunistic bastards they are, decide to set up shop around the seemingly endless supply of treasure, establishing a town along the edge of the ominous void and building a society which revolves around unveiling the secrets of the abyss next to them. Everything in the town functions around the common goal of exploration. The citizens are subject to a sort
I heard this show or this manga is actually like super effed. Like it's super fucked. Like it's like I heard the first episode's amazing and it seems really good, but it's also got some really messed up stuff. That's just what I've heard. I watch Trash Taste. It's a podcast and they talked about the show, and I normally trust some of their takes on anime and stuff, and they at least always give pretty like unbiased, just like straight up takes on stuff. And they'll be like, this is good, but also this. And like, they said that this show is fucked, bro. Should I watch it though? I've been thinking about it. Horny nonsense.
This manga might get cancelled, and honestly that would be disappointing because this story is an absolute banger. Unique art style and the way it shifts pace and energy makes it so fun to read. But before we get to that, make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on underrated manga like this. The story basically follows a group of cupids who you get to learn that are actually people that die before they get to experience love. Probably like you guys in the future. I'm kidding.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes.
Nothing like good baby videos, bro. Oh, what a save, bro. My guy.
Right on time, right on top. Like they say that. They say that. Like they say that.
What the?
Like they say that.
Everyone looks awful from underneath. You need to go high. Look.
Ugly.
Pretty. See?
Every day I'm shuffling.
Bam. That's actually pretty dope. Am I on the Diddy list? Bro.
What different amounts of tinsel looks like in your hair? One strand.
Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show.
Oh, like what the fuck is this? What do you guys think's up with the human obsession with girls with fox ears? Male obsession with fox ears. Like where do you think that stems from? Like what is that, you know?
Frieren is about an elven mage that has this adventure that changes her life, but she doesn't realize how much she's moved by that adventure until she loses Himmel the hero, her closest friend. She then decides to journey to heaven so she can tell him how he made her feel. Now that story sounds
logically, we as
incredible,
humans
and it
find
is,
animals
but
cute.
What makes Frieren special
That's fair.
is actually what lies underneath the story. Frieren.
All right, here's the real question, guys. Fox ears or cat ears? There is a difference. There is a difference. I think most people think it's cat ears, but really it's fox ears. I think
Frieren really is a story about exploring humanity. And the way it does it is through real human moments. Not big emotional moments, but rather with just these real everyday situations. Like there's this episode where Fern was mad at Stark for touching her face. And of course at the time I found this grievance to be stereotypical anime nonsense.
you guys think we can guess the anime by the first 10 seconds? I already know this one. This is Eren Yeager. Our boy freaking this is Attack on Titan. That was an easy one. What is this? What is this? Oh, this is Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone. Alright, we're 2-0. We're 2-0. What is this? The Fire Boys? Fire Force, yeah. Fire Forces! I've never even watched the anime, and I can tell just because of the fire. But, their opening song is a banger, bro. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? I don't know this one. I'm 3-0 though. Oh, I would have never guessed that. This is some sports at Blue Lock. Blue Lock. I'm gonna guess Blue Lock. I don't watch Blue Lock, but that's my guess. All right, we're 4-1. Oh, this has got to be the food show. The food show. Yeah, Food Wars. Oh, what is this? I know this song. Death Note, Death Note, Death Note, Death Note. Cowboy Bebop. I can tell, what's crazy is I can tell most of them just by the art style. Like the moment you see, which is kind of crazy. I can tell most of them just by the art. Like the moment I see the art style and the color scheme, I'll be like, yep, that's that. Oh, what is this? I haven't seen this one. I never watched Code GS. I never watched Code GS. I know. I suck at life. Oshinoko? I don't know that one. Oh, this is gonna drive me no way. Wait, I have to stop it. That song, I know that song. Wait, is this Beastars? Beastars. I don't actually watch Beastars, but that song sounded familiar. What the fuck is this one? I can't believe I whiffed that, bro. That scene was so familiar. The snow. I can't believe I whiffed that one. Oh, what is this shit, bro? Like Detective something, Detective Conan. All of these are literally the first 10 seconds of the show. Oh, Fiore Kingdom! This is Fairy Tale. I know that narrator voice. I was actually a bit of a Fairy Tale fan. Oh, this is... No. Full Metal Alchemist, bro. The moment I saw the city. Full Metal Alchemist. I just mind blanked for a second. But I... Naruto. No, not Naruto. I'm lying. Naruto? I saw ninjas. This is Gitan. Gitan. Gintama. Come on. That counts. That counts. What the fuck is this one? Oh, this is Black Clover. Assassination Classroom. Oh, is this no? I don't know what. Oh, this is Lucy. It's the, what's it called? Elf and Liad. It's Lucy, but it's not Lucy. It's Elf and Liad. That one still should count, man. It's the anime. It's the first. It's Lucy, but before Lucy in anime form. Oh, what is this? I don't know. I don't watch no swimming anime. That anime opening's kind of a banger, though. Oh, what is this? I've never seen that. Oh, what is this? 10 seconds is killing me, bro. I never watched Blue Exorcist. Cyberpunk? Cyberpunk even really an anime, bro? If this is Cyberpunk, I'm gonna be pissed, because it's not an anime, bro. Guys, is Cyberpunk an anime? Are we putting Cyberpunk in anime category? Isn't it like a Netflix original, bro? I don't know this one. What is this? Fucking Yu Yu Hakusho or some shit? Dororo. I don't know Dororo. It's Castlevania? Oh, it's Phase Zero! How did I whiff that, bro? I haven't watched Phase Zero in so long, though, and it's not a ongoing anime, so it's like something you can easily forget. But I should have known from the art style, bro. True, you haven't watched the... Bro. Watch the Phase series. Just watch, or even just watch Fate Ultimate Blade Works and Phase Zero, bro. And even though Phase Zero technically comes before, I would... Actually, at this point, you may want to watch Phase Zero first, because Fate Ultimate Blade Works spoils the ending of Phase Zero. Like, but it's also what kind of... Alright, so... Fate Ultimate Blade Works came out first, but Phase Zero is technically a prequel. It just depends. You can watch Phase Zero first and then watch Ultimate Blade Works, but there's kind of a feeling about watching Phase Zero and knowing how it's gonna end. Like, you know, because sometimes like stories are good like that. Like, you know how it's gonna end. Like, you know, maybe it's not gonna end well, and it's about the journey of how they get there, and like you just know that eventually like this isn't probably gonna end well. It was like watching like Rogue One, like for Star Wars. Like, we all knew, if you followed Star Wars enough, you knew that Rogue One was gonna end sadly, because you knew that the people who got the plans for Death Star all died. So you knew that story, but it was still really good. So I could say you could watch Fate Zero first, or you can really watch either one first. It doesn't matter. The stories it's not gonna like, it is connected, but it's not, they're two very separate storylines. There's some of the same family lines, but the stories themselves are very different. So you can watch either one first. Oh, this is our girl. This is freaking the assassins. Wait, no, that's not this. This is, she looks just like what's her name, bro? It's not, bro. I heard Bocce the Rock is not horrible though, or some people say. I thought it was Anya, bro. I thought it was Anya. I never watched Black Butler. What is this, bro? So many animes I haven't watched, bro. It's crazy when you see something like this. And you're just like, bro, what are these? Yes? Funny girl senpai. Yo, what the fuck is that? Devil. I've actually, so Mirko keeps telling me to watch this. Mirko keeps saying, bro, watch Devilman Crybaby. It's only like, I think like 12 episodes or something like that. Like, it's short, but he said it is so good. He was hyping it up the whole time at MSC. Every time we talked about anime, it was, have you seen Devilman Crybaby? He said the first few episodes are okay, aren't that great, but the whole series itself is amazing. Oh, this is some fantasy shit. Yo, what the fuck is this? I need to see a creature. What is it? A Kami got killed. Wait, is MPL tonight? MPL is tonight. Maybe we will watch that tonight. Alright, I'm gonna get some... When does it start? It doesn't start till later? Alright, here's the deal, guys. I think I'm gonna get some rest. And who plays tonight? Are there still like some big games? Bro, I haven't watched like anything, bro. No, they don't play for 4 days, bro. What? Is this right? MPL is next week. That sucks. Is ID tonight? Or no, everywhere. Is it a holiday or some shit? All right, I'm going to call it for tonight, guys. It was fun. Gonna go watch some anime, bro. I'm gonna go watch some anime. Misaki, って知ってるか? 3年3組の Have a good one, guys. Much love.